And we're live, we're back. Welcome to the evening version of the D&D Celebration 2020 live stream here on Polyhedra Paradise. I'm Jason, your host for the rest of this evening. With me is Captain Pennsylvania and my man Wu-Tang. Well, say hi, everybody.
What's up, guys?
Can everybody hear us? Are we coming in loud and clear on this fine Friday evening? Let me know in. Fellas, how is everybody doing tonight? How you guys doing?
Doing great, man.
Doing.
Glad to be here.
Work, but here enjoying myself now. Having a beer.
I'm glad you guys could come in and join me. So for the rest of this evening, let's take a look at the schedule and see what we got. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the schedule screen. You guys don't have to do it. Stay where you're at on the map screen. So right now, Rivals of Waterdeep is going on. You hear /hears echoes. Okay. I'll see what I can do about that. I probably had some of the problems I had earlier, but I managed to fix it then, so I'll probably manage to fix it again. So right now, 5 to 7 Pacific Standard Time, Rivals of Waterdeep is finishing up. At 10 o'clock, which is 15 minutes from now, we're going to get into how to become a D&D designer, which I'm pretty interested in. I don't know about you guys. I know Gray's probably going to be interested in it as well. She's going to be joining us in a little bit. And then at 8 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, Acquisitions Incorporated live play with Jeremy Crawford is going to be going on. And then we're going to finish up the night. And that'll be it. But I want to remind everybody, we're holding steady at 80 followers. Yes, that's right. I did my job. I have lost 2 followers during this whole live stream. Pissing people off since 88, apparently. So,
Nice.
if we manage to hit 100, we're going to give this away this evening, this Polyhedra Paradise Dice Box. Yeah. If we don't hit it this weekend, we'll give it away whenever we hit 80. I think, Slash, I think you're getting my echo. Once we get into the actual thing, I'll take a look to see if I can fix it. But for now, you're just going to have to deal with the echo. So, till the stream starts, gentlemen, let's go to our map. This is the map of Icewind Dale. So we're going to explore the map a little bit. I don't know, can you guys see that? Slash says, I think Adrian unsubscribed. Adrian never subscribed. Who's Adrian, by the way? I don't know who Adrian is.
Who?
He's me. I don't notice Adrian. So we're going to take a look at the town of Jarlmut. Remember, Icewind Dale, Jarlmut. What's up with this shit? Alright. I don't know if you guys can see that. Click on Jarlmut. Can you guys see that picture there? Little, looks like a ghost giant on top of a throne.
Yeah, like Ghost Odin.
Ghost? We can just call him Godin.
Godin.
Go.
So, we'll read a little bit about Jarlmut. 7 enormous empty thrones of bluish-gray stone form a ring atop a snow-covered hillcock. I mean, it does say hillcock.
Yeah.
I think it means to say hilltop.
It's hillock.
Hillock?
Yeah, there's no extra C in there.
Yeah. Hillock.
Clear your mind, bro. Clear your mind.
I don't know. What word? Is that a real word? Could somebody fact check the word
I'm
hillock?
gonna Google it. Let's see, hillock.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a real
small
word.
hill or mound is
It
a
is?
hillock.
It's a real word.
Yeah.
Okay, even if it's a
100%.
real word, who
Yeah.
speaks like this? Who uses this word?
The people,
Definitions from the Oxford language, so us.
the people in Jarlmut, apparently.
You got me there.
Yeah, the people in Jarlmut talk like that. So it's said that on a full moon, the apparitions of long-dead frost giants appear in the thrones, clutching the crumbled ends of their armrests with icy fingers as they reminisce about the glorious past. On their hillcocks. Sorry. Yeah, so that's Jarlmut. A little picture of Jarlmut.
That's why he's got such a disgruntled face there.
Yeah, he's clutching all them hillcocks, you know.
She actually, though, the woman in the road looks pretty happy there, you know.
He's got a big hill cock, you know that.
Well, welcome to Polyhedra Paradise, where it takes only a few minutes to get into the nitty-gritty and start offending people. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Every time I come here, I try to be on my best behavior, and this guy doesn't.
And we just keep talking about cocks. I'm sorry, Cap.
Cocks abound here on Polyhedra Paradise After Dark. It's 9:49. The kids should be in bed.
Make sure my lady doesn't mind this.
Cap, you don't have a lady.
No, she's
Stop
right there.
Lying. Oh, multi-pass over there. Lilu?
My
Lilu
lady.
multi-pass. Yeah. All right. Next, guys, where should we go? Anna Jux Bell, Bremen,
Annabelle?
Solstice. Where you guys want to go?
Let's go to Anna Jux Bell because it's closest.
That is closest. Okay.
No, Cockles is closest.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like a massive vowel movement. It sounds like you punched a keyboard.
That's what happened.
All right. We'll go to Anna Jux Bell. Freeman Cooper, yo, what's good? Good to see you. Welcome to the evening stream, where expectations are low and spirits are high. All right, Anna Jux Bell.
So is Wells.
And so is Wells. Wells, show us your shirt there, buddy. What you got on? What's that?
Oh, my Run D&D shirt.
Yes.
Love that shirt.
Where's yours, Jason? You run it?
No, I didn't run it. I ran it out of town.
I don't have a shirt, but I do have this.
You got the Buffalo Bills dice, huh?
Does that dice give you extra danger sense, Cap?
Look, I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
use my
Nobody
danger
says
sense.
danger sense and spidey sense, same exact thing.
Only not at all.
One
Oh, yeah.
just
Hey,
for
Cap, you walk in
barbarian.
the room using my danger sense.
Danger sense. I need to know what's going on around me.
And I got an athletics of 3.
Yeah.
I got a 5, but I'm just saying though.
All right,
I
fellas.
love you so much, man.
Let's take a look at Anna Jux Bell. It looks like a giant whale with a city on its back. Or is that a boat on its back? All right. Swimming in the frigid waters of the sea of
Diving
moving
down
ice.
into a wreckage.
Oh, it is Anajuk, an awakened sperm whale. Stop. An awakened sperm whale with a ship strapped on its back, full of semen. Although most sperm whales live to be 70 years old, Anajuk has plied these waters for 200 years. Although throughout its life, this whale has forced its share of trouble, including near fatal encounters with Arl's Rock, which left scars along the whale's dorsal fins. Local explorers agree that negotiation with Anajuk is the safest way to explore the sea of moving ice. So we got sperm whales and we got scars.
It was also faced, not forced.
Is that faced?
Yeah, you're making the whale more rapey than it needs to be.
Hey, look.
Nothing but a rapey
Sometimes
sperm
the whale
whale,
got to
man.
do what he got to do. You know.
OB Slash says if you're using the Bills dice, he's going to lose all the time.
Severely hate OP Slash.
Why
He's my
left?
sidekick.
Flash, nothing but love for you over here, my man.
Oh, I
My
bet.
sidekick.
I bet. We're not going to talk about why this is a family stream. All right, let's move on to Bremen. Bremen is a town marked right here. Let's see what's out with time check. 8 and 9:52. We got a couple minutes. Okay. Bremen is actually a town in Icewind Dale. Marked by the shield here, where you see the orange sun, and then a blue line, and then a turquoise triangle. So, as I was talking about earlier, in the book Icewind Dale: Rime of the Frost Maiden, there are specific snowflake marks that give you a quick reference on how serviceable, friendly, and comfortable a town is. So we can see here Bremen was founded by dwarfs. Bremen sits on the shore of Mare Duleden, Mare a lot of vowels, which was frozen over due to Arl's winter. The center of the town has 5 competing taverns. Now it's interesting when you go in there, the taverns were formed by 5 different brothers who didn't want to work together. Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Are they themed differently?
They're all themed differently. One's, you know.
So are we going to these places?
No, Cap, we're not even. No, we're
Bro,
not.
you're not gonna keep pulling out all these great new worlds and like, yeah, you can't come.
Well, you can go if you want. I mean,
Eventually, yeah.
you got to travel across the spine of the world right now. I mean, we can bring the map up. Like, you're way down here, and this is like up by your head, perspectively speaking. You got to travel across the Sea of Swords to the Sword Coast, up the Sword Coast, back through the spine of the world, and up to Icewind Dale. You can get there.
Oh, we'll get there. That's my new place to conquer.
You ain't conquered the old place yet. Anyway, so services are 1 snowflake, which means they're not very service-oriented. Friendliness is 3. At least they're happy.
Is that the max? 3? Is 3 the max?
Yeah, 3 is the max, yes. And comfort 2, which means, if I remember correctly, you can find a warm room in a tavern in an inn. 1 star is like you find a shed with a bedroll and a little lantern. So, and
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Danny Orange says, "I'm pure love 24/7." That's nice to know, Annie. Danny, sorry. That stash is pure love. I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of stash, OP Stash says he's the most impatient girl I know. Talking about Cap, right?
100%.
Talking about my girl, actually.
Danny Orange says 5 competing taverns, competing financially. Yes, they are competing financially, actually. So get back out here. All right. So got a few minutes left. We got about 5 minutes before the next panel. So why don't we go to the biggest? Why is there a 4 next to Bridgehander? Okay, we're gonna go to Bridgehander. Bridgehander is the closest thing to a metropolitan city that 10 Towns has to offer.
It's huge.
Oh, it looks like there's 4 locations.
Oh, there's 4. Yeah, that's right. There's 4. Yeah, very good. There's 4 locations inside of Bridgehander.
That's pretty good.
But we'll start off by taking a look at Bridgehander as a whole. Bridgehander is the largest settlement of 10 Towns, and the only one not situated near a body of water. Enclosed by a fortified wall, Bridgehander is the first stop for most visitors to Icewind Dale. The North Look, a popular inn and tavern, is considered the most dangerous place in Bridgehander, since it welcomes rowdy adventurers and mercenaries. Dragonborns and half-tieflings need not enter.
You can't enter me.
I feel targeted and attacked.
Yeah, you are.
I feel personally
For the
offended.
2nd time today. Anyways, services, friendliness, and comfort, all 3 stars, baby. 3 snowflakes, but you know what I mean.
All 3 snowflakes.
Looks like this is a nice place to go and freeze your balls off.
First place to conquer.
Oh my God, good luck. So the population is 1,200. Leader, speaker Duvessa Shane, a human, speaks for the townfolk. Although she is young compared to other town speakers, Duvessa is wise beyond her beers and serves as the head of the council of speakers. Sheriff Markham Southwell commands the town's militia. Cap, you want to regale us with the Overland Travel, sir. Can you read that?
If I find it. Oh, okay. I see why you gave it to me. K.R.R. Deneville is 10.5 hours away. East Haven is 7.5 hours. Good Mead is 6 hours. Targos is 2 hours. Tourmaline is a good 6 hours away.
How fast is that if you're traveling on the back of, say, a donkey named Spiders?
Well, since we don't
Too
have
soon,
spiders
bro.
anymore,
Too soon.
it's very, very slow.
It's like way too soon.
It's way too soon, bro.
Guys, chat, Cap, Wells, we need to seriously take a minute here. And I feel like we need to have a moment of silence for everyone's favorite donkey that has recently become a captive of a dangerous lich. Possibly. Maybe. And I think we just need to take 5 seconds here and... Allegedly. An alleged lich. And we just need to pause and honor the memory of that famous donkey whose smile encaptured in everybody's heart. Spiders the donkey. So we're going to count down now. And we'll talk again in 5. And we're good.
Is really hurtful, man.
What's that?
Said this whole spiders thing is really hurtful, man.
You know, you're not as hurtful as your silence, Wells. Not as hurtful as your silence. Okay, sorry. Oh, we're lost. I'm back on a little behind on chat here. / the second half squad. Yes, sir. Yo, Cap, what's the name of that X-Man's leader again? Wolverine. Cap has no clue.
I don't even know the X-Men.
Yeah, who's X what? They're still trying to do it, Cap. They're still trying to do
Yeah,
it.
they can't hold me and my girl down.
Nope. Cap already lost. No, Cap didn't lose a bet. Adrian lost a bet, not Cap.
Right.
Yeah. Danny R says spiders, butter stuff. No, spiders is a donkey from our campaign.
Spiders is my character's donkey in the campaign. He's Neat's donkey. And Spiders is a very loyal, dastardly donkey. And
I really hated him.
He just got a lot of hate from Cap. And, for no apparent reason. Donkey did nothing to Cap.
There's reasons.
Jealous.
There's reasons.
Jealous of a donkey.
Ronan hates spiders. Spiders looks like a spider, but a donkey.
Doesn't look like a spider at all. His name isn't even Spiders, it's Spider.
Well, somebody called them spiders, and I like it.
Because it's spelled S-P-Y-D-E-R-Z.
It's not spelled that way.
That's how I spell it in my head canon. And that's how I have it on all my notes.
That's how I see it.
S-P-Y-D-E-R-Z.
Yeah. With a Z.
Like with a Z. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah, that's how we spell it.
It's his rapper name, I guess. It's cool. It's cool.
Throws
Yep,
his shades
when he's on
on
the
and he's
streets.
out there beatboxing.
There you go.
Challenging liches. Liches
Got
get
chains
stitches.
on.
Listen, guys, as far as I'm concerned, our campaign's wrapped up. Spider has infiltrated the liches, and he's currently taking care of my plan to kill all 7 liches. So don't worry about it. We're good.
So
Okay.
is he going to give me the throne?
We can go home.
Nah.
Stormy with the hashtag of the night, justice for spiders.
Stormy, justice for spiders, bro. Let's get that hashtag going. I want to see you trending on Twitter. I'll even take
make
MySpace at this point, man. Just
That's trending on MySpace. Welcome to 2001.
better than 2020.
Yeah, oh my God, telling me. 2001 was a blur. All right, let's take a look at East Haven, guys. All right, on your map, if you're following along, playing at home, or following along in the chat, we're gonna take a look at the town called East Haven.
There's an East Haven here in Connecticut. You don't want to go there.
You know what's fun to do in East Haven? Back up and get out of there. Just
I was
kidding.
going to say get educated, but
I mean, it's always a good place to get educated, Cap. In the library.
in the god dang library.
Look at all these books. You see all these books?
So educated there in that library.
Oh my God, Stormy with the make me feel like a boomer quote of the night. 2001 is when I was born. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
No.
Spiders isn't dead, Danny. He's just captured.
Yeah, no, he's just captured. No. He's a work mule now.
I mean, Danny, if you wanted to do something, I mean, you could always join the campaign or another campaign just to go rescue spiders, bro. Just
We should
make it your character's goal.
We should form a spin-off campaign, the Rescue Spiders group. You just you guys just hire like a bunch of low-level characters to go rescue spiders.
I got enough gold. I'll hire
Like
them all
20
day.
people.
Now you got an extra 1,000 gold after that nice little payoff for you being fired.
They get that gold. We got fired.
All right, so we're gonna read East Haven here because the other panel's getting ready to start. We're gonna go in and join that. This East Haven says, this town thrives on Constantinople. No. You know how hard it is to read with these cool
This
ass
town
symbols?
thrives by constantly reinventing itself, and its ability to attract new business makes its smaller neighbors jealous. East Haven is popular with thieves because pickpocketing is legal here.
What?
I would love it there. The
That's our
town
town.
embraces an every person for themselves philosophy. The services are rated at 3 snowflakes, friendliness at 2 snowflakes. And that's kind of surprising, like openly pickpocketing and everybo's, it's only a 2, but I would expect it to be like a 1. Everybody's just pickpocketing, cutthroat cities. No, and the comfort's a 3.
Whew.
3
Very comfortable
snowflake comfort.
Very
That's-
comfortable with their pickpocketing. Man. Hey, you just asked.
Yeah, they just reach back in each other's pockets and taking it back and forth.
There's like a whole bunch of back and forth.
Someone gets yours, you just go get somebody else's.
Yeah, it's like a giant daisy chain of pickpocketing going on in East Haven.
It's that. Listen, accepted, tolerating pickpocketing is like D&D socialism.
Yeah.
Pickpocketing for everybody. That's Bernie. Sorry.
Once again, asking for your financial support. Yep, 100%.
Let you guys and think you'll get some Bernie impressions tonight.
Look,
I
right
can't
there
do
at the
a
top of
Bernie
the tower, a
impression.
giant snowflake. That's kind of what you would expect, right?
Oh, that's great.
Giant snowflake. All right, we're not getting political here. Population 750. Leader, speaker, Dannerith Whalehaven Sanders. A human speaks for the townfolk. He is respected for his humility and forthrightness. Like, yeah, just pickpocket, it's fine. Captain Imrid Allegrath, a half-elf, commands the town's militia. Sacrifice to RL, humanoid. This is something we mentioned earlier. So each one of these towns, because they are under constant barrage from RL, Ariel. No, wait, that's wrong. Gray, 1 second, we're gonna get you in. And we're gonna have one other person joining us soon. So they each sacrifice one type of thing to the goddess to try to stave off winter. This town sacrifices humanoids. Some towns sacrifice warmth, some towns sacrifice food, some towns sacrifice dragonborns, others a donkey. But this one sacrifices humanoids, which is the cruelest cut. The cruelest cut. So,
I'd rather sacrifice humanoids than food.
I know, right? So we're going to bring in now, before we get to the panel, we're going to bring in our friend Greg. Let's see, I'm going to just have to readjust on the fly here, so bear with me as Greg... Oh, I don't need to readjust anything. Hello, Greg, can you hear us? Our audio's connecting. There she is. Wow, our faces are really shrinking over here. Hey, Greg. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Man, she's in the
Fantastic.
dungeon.
Everybody say hi to Greg. Greg, say hi to everybody.
What's going on, Greg?
Hello.
What,
It's
are
a
you
great
at the bottom of a boat? Is that
Do
the background
you,
you see then?
What is
Yeah.
that there?
The boat.
Greg, I love your outfit. It's so nice of you to get dressed up for
It's
the
my
occasion.
whole garb.
That is fantastic. Greg, you missed the sperm whales and Bernie Sanders.
I didn't miss it. I could hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't miss much anyway.
Great.
OP Slash says, I'll sacrifice cat before food. Well, you know, we all have our standards.
This is a man I call a friend.
Slash says, hi, Greg. Greg, do you have your celebration, D&D Celebration 2020 opened up?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I can only have one thing on my computer at once.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Well, that I know how to manage.
So what we're gonna get ready to do, and I guess you may have to watch it through your phone. Then we're gonna get ready to go and join the panel. Let's see, what was it? The schedule here. The how to become a D&D designer panel. So we're probably gonna maybe bank down the no, we're not. We're gonna talk over this whole thing, but we're gonna watch it and we're gonna love it anyway. So we're gonna get ready to watch how to become a D&D designer already in progress. This is a panel hosted by Lisa Penrose with Ashley Warren, Justice Armon, and Cleet Senowich. Clet Celeste. That's not Cleet, that's a Celeste. Goddamn sunglasses, I swear to God. Alright, so let's
What
go.
do we go to the watch screen?
Yes,
See what
so
happens.
we're gonna go to
And
the
then I
watch
forgot
screen
about it
now.
for like 9 months.
Or
And
you can
then
watch it
Team
live, but if
Life
you
was
watch it
doing this
live, you're
contest
on
where
the
you
stream, you're
could,
going to be
do a
like
1-page
15
adventure,
seconds
and I
behind.
logged
So
in
let's
to
see
get
what
my Friends Guild
Justice
email
Armin
address
has to say.
for the contest, and I had money in there. I was like, where did this money come from? Was I hacked or something? Was it a bank error in my favor? And then I
That's a
realized all these
D&D
people had,
or,
paid me for my work, and that
Monopoly
experience was
reference.
really inspiring, and it was empowering, and
Monopoly, huh?
I wanted to do more of that, and it gave
Can
me
everybody hear
confidence
it?
as a
Is
writer to
everybody
bring
good?
forward.
So all of you have shared with us how you got started, but in the beginning, everybody makes mistakes.
Okay,
Are there
so-
things that you wish you could go back and tell early you?
So there's
sort
like 5 people in the stream?
D&D designer
still an
101
echo.
advice.
Is there still an echo? It's me.
I mean,
All right, while we're watching this, let me see if I can fix that. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Independent publishing in general, you just kind of put work out there and
Oh, in that case,
see how it's,
I like to say
perceived, and then
how
you
like everybody
fine-tune it, and
came,
you learn
you
for the
know,
next
pretty
time.
much
I would say
background
that
appropriate,
I should
you know,
have
and they're
made
all
more
in
use
fantasy
of
worlds. I'm
the
in the damn
official
future,
settings
you know,
as
and I don't
was
appreciate you
starting to
guys
write
letting me know that I
adventures.
should have had like
was trying
a
to do a lot of,
dungeon
like,
or a
world building
cavern,
and things,
you
which I
know,
think
and I
is,
look like
is
a
fun and
fool.
rewarding,
My
but
girlfriend's
I don't
laughing
think
at
that
me
needs
right
to be
now,
a writer's
you
like
know?
very first
You're
project.
taking this
And
little
so
far
I
back.
think
I'm in my
that
apartment
just making
now.
more use
You know, just
of
very
the
fantasy-like,
IP
you
that's
know?
available to us, especially through DM's Guild, is a good first.
Look, you got two
starting point
screens.
for new authors. So I used a little bit of that, especially
Roll
when
the
I
D20, you know,
in
like
the monster
Yeah, I
manual.
rolled a D20
But
when
I think I
was
could have made more use of
When
the
you went
settings
shopping.
in my
and the
apartment and
characters
I
that
crit.
are part
Yeah.
of this, many decades of
Damn,
lore.
I gotta do that.
So
Every time I go to the store or
yeah,
something, like, I'm gonna
have
roll.
been
I
trying
just got a
to
network
do that ever
around,
since.
so
But starting off,
watch
I
it.
thought you had to just create everything from scratch.
I couldn't
and you
load
don't have to
Discord.
do
I got a
that. So you can let your
JavaScript error.
creativity
I
run
had to
wild
like
without having to
go
recreate
around
the
it.
wheel.
It's a good time.
Java.
That's great advice.
JavaScript. I love Java.
Celeste or Justice, anything to add to that?
Am I echoing still?
Yeah, I would definitely say
Fellas?
I wish that I hadn't tried to
I
go
don't
it
think so.
alone for my
Okay.
first few, writing forays.
Yeah, you
I
still
found
echoes
very
like
quickly
the
after
voice
I
of
tried to do a couple
God.
things by myself.
Danny,
that
you
working
are
with a
absolutely
team or
correct.
Collaborating on bigger projects or anthologies was seriously the best way that I could learn how to do this. It was so
I
much
really
less
hope this is gonna be
stressful,
interesting.
to actually work with people who
If it's
already
not,
knew what
we'll
they were
make it
doing
interesting.
than rather trying to just invent the wheel.
What we
All
got?
by
So
myself.
we said no, but I don't
wish
remember what I
had
asked.
jumped onto
We got
more
two people in
Orange
fantasy
Bunny said
worlds.
yes.
I got a girl on a ledge.
I feel like would have
Whale's
made
got
my
two
transition a little bit
screens. We
easier,
can make this happen.
into
Hey,
the
did you notice
world
what's in the
of
wheel?
writing? But
Yeah,
luckily, I stuck with it,
Ah,
and
it's
I
the
did
whole
manage
crew.
to get
Oh,
on a
it
bunch of
does!
those group projects, and I have had just such a wonderful
the curse of
experience
Slip
of
of Clan.
learning from people
Showing on the
who
desktop.
know the
Okay.
ins and outs of publishing
Serious
on the
curse of
guild,
Slip
who
of
know
Clan now.
everything about
Still an
layout
echo.
and editing
Great.
and writing.
How'd you fix it earlier,
So,
Jason?
I wish I had gone.
I
that
fumbled
route
towards
first.
ecstasy. I just
think I
unplugged
would've
some
had a
stuff
little
and
bit
plugged it back
easier
in,
go
and
of
it
it.
just stopped.
Collaborative
Try,
projects.
try.
Guild special. Sometimes folks refer to creators.
Any better?
They're community creators, and there really is a really big emphasis on community. But before we talk about collaborative
think it might
projects, I
actually
want to
be
give
better.
Justice
No way to
an
flip 30
opportunity
seconds after you
to
ask a question.
chime in
I
on whether there's
know.
anything you wish that you could tell past Justice.
Many things. I would probably echo what Celeste said. I mean, D&D's a team game.
Right,
That spirit
right. Team
pervades
first.
all aspects of the industry. I think over the past 6 months, we've all learned how devastating isolation can be.
Hey,
and,
first and foremost,
for our
too, I'd
productivity
like to
and our
shout out
health.
to Slipper Clan,
So, I mean, not only will your products
other
be
crews
better
out there
for
watch right now.
collaborating,
Yeah, we coming
you
for
will
you
get
next
better.
season.
You'll learn from
Oh,
each other.
seriously?
You'll uplift
Yeah,
each
most
other.
definitely.
And you have
Slash,
all these
no
party
echo?
members
We're
ready
good
to
now?
support you when you don't have the spell
We're good?
slots to
Good.
write for the day. And also,
I feel like we need to get.
because
Does it feel like at this
That's a
point
good
we're
idea.
missing some people? Like we need to get Zach and Lisa here
There
and
are
just
all
play.
sorts of different types of
Yeah.
collaborations
That'd
in
be,
the Dungeon Masters Guild. You could
be,
find like a
probably best
small
case
core
scenario.
group of
Yeah,
people
man.
who you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
vibe with
I'm feigning, man. I'm
creatively,
feigning.
and collaborate with them on a number of
So,
projects.
without going
There's
into
also
the
really
entire
huge anthologies where
thing
like,
here, but is this
10s,
like
maybe
really
even like
the
100
standard
creators
now for
are
everybody
working
to have
together.
pronouns
So-
in their...
A question for all of you, our
Yeah,
panelists.
what is that?
The points
How
are
do people
that are about to be
who are like,
presented.
oh, that sounds great, collaborating on something. How
Put
do you
forth
even
by
find out about
Russell
it?
Wells
And
do
then
not
how do you
represent
make sure you're a
Polyhedra
good
Paradise as a whole, or D&D Celebration 2020. Continue.
Sure,
I'm just
I
like
think that there's a lot
legitimately
of ways
asking,
to
like,
join
if that's what we have to
collaborative
do going
projects,
forward,
one
that's
of
what we
which
have to do going
is
forward. I
their,
just,
the DM's Guild
don't we have
Discord,
names
server
for a reason?
has,
Like,
I feel like almost every day someone's like,
We'll,
"Hey, I
we'll leave
have
it
this
there.
idea, and
We'll
I'm
leave it
looking
there.
for
I just thought, you know, we
and
were
you
given
don't
names
necessarily
at
need to
birth for a
provide,
reason.
a resume or some,
But
lengthy
you can even
portfolio.
change
You
it.
join, you
We
just
can change it.
basically offer your
I think it's
skills,
better.
and
Yeah,
you can
I mean,
get involved pretty quickly. And as for being a good
I've seen that in a
collaborator,
few
I
places.
definitely
I was
think
curious
that
about what that was
being
at
respectful to your
until
fellow,
I figured out what it was.
your creative peers,
Here's my name.
and making sure that you
Listen,
can meet
everybody
deadlines,
enjoy
so
your
don't
walk of
overcommit to
life.
things that you
No
can't
judgment
actually
here. I'm
deliver
just
on, just
trying to
because
understand.
that
That's
is hard
all.
for everyone else to have to make that
The
out.
only thing,
But also
the only thing
understand
I'll
that these
say without
projects are
getting
fun,
into too
and
much, I
even
find it
if
hard to to be
even when there's
polite
money
nowadays.
involved, they are
Because I don't know
often
whether to say
voluntary.
yes
So
sir,
just
no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
know that
I don't
we
know
only
who's gonna
see
offend.
a little part of
But
each
that's
other's
as far as I go.
lives
But like as
online,
far as
and
like
so sometimes
yeah, the
just being a
pronoun
little
thing
bit
was
flexible
surprising. It
goes a
seemed
long
like
way.
it came out of nowhere.
And
I don't
I
necessarily
also
have a
think
problem
that
with it,
it's
but
important to
I was kind of like
have
Kinda-
contracts.
it was kinda
even
taken
for
out of-
I mean, it's
these
been
fun and
politicized a
somewhat
lot now
informal
because of the whole
projects,
Gina
just to make sure
Carano
that
thing that
everyone
went on. You know what I mean? And
is on the same
even
page
then,
about
like,
what the
I
expectations
see
are.
both
But really just comes
sides
down
of
to
it and
be
how
nice,
both.
be cool
You
to
know,
other
you can
people.
say that about a
Don't-
lot of things.
Don't
but
be a jerk. I think we'll
I
carry
don't
you
think
very
there
far.
needs to be more
Good
tension than there
life
already
advice
is. We're in
general.
2020 where everything
Celeste,
is
you sort of
tense as
sang
hell
the
already.
praises
You know what I
of
mean? Like,
collaborative
why?
projects. How did
Why do
you
you have more
find
speed
those
bumps
first
for
few
people to
that
trip
you got
over,
involved
you know?
in, and how do you ensure that folks want
Oh,
to
wait a
continue
minute.
working with
Stormy's
you?
just throwing shots
Yeah,
over
I
here in
mean,
chat.
so the big
Slipper
way
Clan,
that I got
more like Slip Up
involved
Clan.
in writing in general,
Cry
and
face, cry
honestly the
face.
Dungeons and Dragons community
Yeah,
online
but
was actually
they're
through
Who's
great.
had HBO
Listen,
Plus for the
they
better
won.
part
They
of
won the
because I was
contest,
running,
man.
Venture Maiden streams and
They
podcasts.
could
I
say
got
they could
involved
call
in that
Slip
community,
Up
and I
Clan
got to
all
start
day.
meeting
The
other
Chet boys, they
streamers
Feel
pulled
like-
through and they
which
won
led
that
me
against
to
some
talk to
incredible
people who
odds,
were
by the way.
interested
If I
in streaming and
say that too.
podcasting Dungeons
I
and
truly
Dragons,
feel
which
like
really just
we
opened
backed
the
up
doors
so
to just
somebody
getting to
else
meet
can
and
have the
interact with so many
victory.
wonderful
You know,
people,
we didn't want that
that were
glory.
so
Not
interested
yet.
in
It
Dungeons
wasn't
and
time.
Dragons. So that's really how
I mean,
I
you can say that if
found
you want,
my
Kat.
first
Personally, I think we
connections
just kinda,
to
like,
find these people to collaborate with.
blew it, but whatever.
And to talk to people.
No,
who had
I'm
an
a shoulder
idea,
this.
or maybe
All
interested
right,
in me,
it was my
helping
fault.
make the
I
thing.
had some
So really,
big
I mean,
slip-ups,
Discord, Ashley mentioned, is
especially
a
in the last game
phenomenal
we played.
way
So
to
if we'll,
interact with
if
people and
anybody's
to,
in here and doesn't know
to
what we're
meet
talking
these
about,
individuals who
Ben
are
and
looking
Nerds
to create
does
projects.
a
So
the Nerd Card
get
Showdown,
involved
and
in
the Slipper Clan
shows,
came
get
in
involved
the
in
presumptive
streams in those
favorites
communities,
because
and
of
interact
our
with creators online. If you
boisterous
support their work
personalities, our
and
stunning
talk to
good
them,
looks, and our wealth of
that's
geeky
a
knowledge,
lot,
and we hit
gonna open up a
a
lot of
couple
doors,
road bumps early on,
for
speed
you
bumps
meeting
early
other
on.
people to
Got the
work
first
with
game
and
out of the
collaborate
gate.
with. So being
went
nice,
up
being
against a team
kind,
who
supporting other
didn't have
people
to be
who
on
make
camera,
stuff is a
probably
great way to
cheated
get
their way to
involved in
victory,
these
but
communities.
hey,
Because
whatever.
frequently, if you're
And
following
then,
just one
you
talented
know,
person,
we just
somebody
kind
else
of,
is following that person, and maybe
kinda
they
had
Yeah, we're
some
not sore
issues.
losers,
why
guys.
We're not sore
Don't-
losers or
we're not-
anything.
we're
and then maybe you
not-
could
us?
make your own
No.
adventure.
Not a big deal.
Based in that theme. So,
No
so
big deal.
really following the people you admire.
yeah,
and
so
being a
Stormy says
positive
next season we
force and
actually wanna
voice
match up
in their
against you guys.
community
Yeah,
is
no,
a
that would have been
great
fun,
way,
man. That would have been really fun
to
if we at
find
least got a match
like-minded
in with the Chat
individuals.
Boys, because that was like
Yeah, I
our
feel like
rival
there are
throughout the
two
entire
really
thing.
important
Yeah,
things
especially
about
with
this
Jason
that I
and
kind of
with
want to
Trev
emphasize.
there. They would
The
go back
first
and
is
forth
that
with
I
these
feel like it used to
WWE
be in
style.
previous generations
So the only
that
thing
like
I'll say
you
is
had
we
to kind
would
of
have
be
had a
at the
matchup
right
against them if they
con,
hadn't
at the
backed
right
out the first
bar,
round.
after
Stormy
the
had-
day of the
had
con, talking
class.
to the right people,
Yeah,
rubbing shoulders with the
Stormy
right
did get
people.
nervous,
And there
man.
are
Stormy did get
completely
He
new
didn't have
ways
class. He
to
was
network,
nervous.
You guys did have
in
class.
this
It was-
new
it was all
realm
good.
of the
We'll,
interwebs,
we'll-
but also
we'll
that
get it next year.
you should
Being-
do.
if
You should
there's
do
another one,
quote
I'm
unquote
sure there will
networking,
be,
not
so.
necessarily to get stuff out of it, but to
I'm
like
sure there will
genuinely
be.
support other people
I'm
But
sure there will
the
we all
community.
had it. We all had our.
And I feel like the other
miscues,
thing
but
that
it
is
happens,
kind
you
of
know?
related
It is nice
is
to see the
that
Slipper Clan all
you
together
don't have to
on stream
necessarily
together
come through this
again.
just from, I don't know,
No,
having
yeah, it
like
is.
a degree
I mean, we
in
don't see each
writing
other
and
on a weekly
English
basis.
or
Never.
history.
Yeah.
And you don't have to
We
necessarily
never
talk.
start
It's three
as a
people
writer. If you
teams,
enjoy
yeah.
streaming,
Mike
there's a
had
lot
teams.
of
They're actually
folks who are coming through different
four-person
avenues
Yeah,
into
four.
D&D
I think
design.
only a couple
It's
of them
really a
had
whole new
three people
world.
teams, and they had to do
Justice,
some like
I've
special
personally
rotations.
really
I think
enjoyed
actually
watching you
Stormy,
go
your
from
team
having
only had
published your
three.
first things on DM's
I'll see
Guild
how that one
to being
works.
so
But, yeah, no, I
involved
think it
in the
was,
DM's Guild and
four-person
D&D
teams.
community online. You ask lots of like
We'll
really
see what it is next
interesting
year.
questions of the community.
Chartreuse.
Can you tell us a
Yeah,
little
it
bit
could
about
be
your
different.
experience with
It might
collaborative
The
change.
thing
projects?
is not comfortable sitting in.
So
It's
first
a-
off, I
it's
want
a-
to give
it's
a
a
shout
standing
out to my good friend
costume.
Anthony Joyce.
But
He's an
it
army
looks good
strategist
though,
that I've
Greg.
worked
My
with on
course
over
is- my
5
course is a
projects
little
now,
tight,
and of whom
first
I
go
enjoy
round,
a
so that's
wonderful
why I had to put the-
friendship.
the
I'd say
I
that,
almost said Halloween.
you know,
That's why I had to put
as
the
Ashley
Hawaiian
and
shirt
Celeste
on.
have mentioned, you kind
know?
of need to try to be in the spaces where creators are
I
active.
wanted to look it's piratey
another
for
thing that I've
D&D
seen
day,
over the
so.
course of my time on the DMs Guild are these
mean,
big kind of
y'all look-
call-outs
y'all look
for
the part.
projects. You know, someone will say,
except
hey,
maybe
you know,
for-
I'm
except
doing
maybe for
something
Cap.
where we're going to make 100
Talk about, man, I'm
sidekicks.
chilling out with my girl, man. We're all D&D'd
And
up.
you can
It's like the
submit here
future.
this Google Forms
You're-
link.
you're playing-
And,
you're over there
you know,
playing
if you're
Planescape.
around when those kind of
You're
calls
hanging
go
out at the-
out
at
and
the-
you don't really know
Look,
where
bro.
to find someone,
Future of
or
D&D,
you're
man.
not the kind to
Me and-
interject in
me
a
and Lilu.
conversation in a Discord, well,
Lilu
having
multipass.
the time to kind of sit back and submit a, you know, an application, so to speak,
I guess this is a good time
can
to
be a
end
really
the
great
public service
opportunity.
announcement. If you guys
And
see
then
a
when you kind of
Facebook
have your
ad
feet wet and
advertising
you've,
these
you know, been on a few
glowing
collaborations,
light
you
up
can start
dice,
to lead your own.
don't buy them.
I mean, Ashley, I
Do
know
not
has
buy
done
'em.
some collaborations that
They're
are huge,
scams,
like
as most
Uncaged, and
things are
brought
on
on
those
all kinds of new
Facebook
people
ads.
to the guild. And you
I
kind
got
of pay it
scammed once on a
forward by
Facebook
doing
ad
that.
for a 20-person tent.
Yeah, absolutely. So
How many
Justice
people did it fit?
mentioned,
20
that
people.
will do
Oh, it did
calls
fit
for
20 people.
collaborative,
Yeah, it said
for
it fit 20 fucking
collaborators.
people.
Sometimes they'll
And
even do
How did
that
you get
specifically
so how was that a
for
scam
people
then?
who either
It never
haven't
came.
done anything
Oh,
on
it never
Canvas
came.
before,
Oh, that's yeah.
I was like,
or
yeah, this
who
is gonna
have
be
published
a
things,
dope,
but they
yeah,
haven't earned any
40 bucks. I
best-selling
can't go
medals
wrong.
yet.
This is a crazy
Oh, you should have
scam.
known.
And
I
if you
dude, I
are
was
interested
late
in
at
finding
night.
where
I
those
was
calls
educated.
happen,
I just
a
sent
few
them my
resources
money.
that I'll mention are on Facebook.
It'll
There's a
tend to,
Dungeon
like,
Masters
I
group
bought one thing
that we
before that I
moderate,
spent
that is
50
meant
bucks on
for
and I never
creators.
got it.
There's also a
So
page
Right
which
now,
is
I'm waiting for
creators that
this
also customize
refrigerated
And
table
then
to
on
come in with
Twitter,
a
we're at
built-in
DMs,
Wi-Fi speaker. You guys probably saw it with lights and
_guild,
stuff advertised
but
there. I said,
hashtag
oh, whatever,
DMs
it's like
guild is
$20.
really, really
I'll try it.
active.
$20.
I got a
Folks are
case open
doing
with
those
PayPal right now.
calls
On the
for
30th, it's
creative
getting
talent.
judged.
They are usually using that hashtag.
What are you waiting on?
So I would give that a
That
follow.
table, I need to get my money back. Or the
Oh
table.
no,
I'm noticing a
Danny,
few
I couldn't
questions
tell.
happening
I
on
like
our next
because
subject.
to me it stayed at the
So
same
hopefully
level,
we
so
can
I
answer some
apologize
of
about
those
that.
questions.
Yeah, if
Let's
in
say
chat, if
you
things are up
you've
too
got the
high, just let me know.
inspiration, You've written the thing. You laid it out, and you're brave enough to hit that publish button.
No, you know what's that?
What happens next?
Is it wave high?
How do you get people to know about
Everybody say hi
your
to
work
Brittany.
out there?
Hey.
What's up, Brittany?
Talk to
How's
us
it
about
going?
marketing
They all said,
and
"What's up?"
promotion. That's kind of a broad question.
This
Who
panel
wants
is
to
how
jump
to
in
become a
there?
D&D designer, although
Start with
we've missed
prayer.
most of it reminiscing about our failures as a Slipper clan.
I can't watch it at the same time and be on. I
I
tried.
guess I should. I
You
work
can't
in
watch
marketing
it?
For my day
No,
job,
the
so
volume
I
just
guess
echoes
it's a
through the
topic
Zoom
that I
meeting,
like.
so.
Oh,
But I
See,
do
I
think
like to
that
say though
marketing and
now we
promotion
talked about our
is
failures
something-
as a
it's its own
crew
skill set.
and how we
So
lost this
I think
game.
a lot of
But if it wasn't
new
for us
writers
making
do
this
struggle with it a little
crew,
bit, and that's
which
totally
happened
understandable. There's
crazy
something that
anyway,
feels
is
a
how we
little
came
awkward
together.
about
We wouldn't have all of this. We
talking
wouldn't
about
be here right now.
ourselves sometimes and promoting
This
our
is-
work. It
this
feels
is
like
very
we're,
true.
you know,
This is
shoving it in
most true.
people's faces. But that's
But
really
is
not
that-
the
what is
case.
that?
It's
The cat
creating
abortus?
and
Oh, it's my
publishing
cat
your
Oblivious.
work is a huge
Ah,
part of
he's
the
trying to get
process, but it's
educated, too.
Those aren't the only
He's up there
steps.
Yeah, I need to
And
make some
people
bracers,
only
man.
really engage with your work if you tell them about it.
This is-
So
this
it's,
is Bella.
It's important
Bella,
for
say hi.
writers of all stages to
She's
have
the
a
old
marketing
one?
plan. And it can
Yeah,
even
she's
be
like
really,
19.
Really simple. It doesn't have
It's a
to be
bag of
this like
bones.
really like intricate
Cat
strategy
Still kicking.
document. It's basically just
Yeah,
like
still kicking.
I'm gonna post to Twitter a couple times a
I
week.
feed her-
I'm going
I feed her
to,
once a week.
You know, make
It's
sure that
fantastic.
I'm active in certain communities.
She's
There you
over
go.
here screaming. That's
What's
why I
she
came
screaming
down.
for?
Platforms that you
She's
want
just
to spend
screaming
your
for
energy
food.
on. You don't have to
And
be
that's why I came
present on
down.
all of
Like,
them.
what the
Just
fuck?
pick the ones that you enjoy and where you most
Damn
like
it, Kat.
to
Sorry.
network with other people.
you're
That's
watching
usually a good
streaming.
place to
Kitty
start.
is my
But it's
pet.
important to know that even if you feel like you're talking a lot about your projects, people won't know about it unless you keep
Brit's-
talking about it.
Brit's
So
my,
a huge
the
part
mother of my
marketing and
children
promotion is just consistency
and my domestic
and
life partner
posting the same things, you
and
know,
my
in
legal,
different ways, but more than just once, and expecting that to just
wife. Yeah, I
be
guess
it.
you won't
Like,
call
you
it
can't
that,
just
yeah.
necessarily post one tweet
Mother of
and
my
expect
kids.
that to
Not your kids,
you know,
Cap. I
really
don't think
expose
so.
your work to lots
You
of
can,
No, no.
them's my cousins,
and
I
I
guess.
would say that just a huge part
I'm
of
gonna
it
hack your
is
computer
through
and
word
use
of mouth.
the
So the
Bro,
more that you can network
leave
with
my
people
girl
and
alone.
develop a
She's
relationship
hanging on
with
the
people in the
ledge.
community, that's
I'm
great
on the
'cause it's
ledge.
I know,
all
I've
share
only
your
heard
work.
about it for the
And when
last
you
couple
have
weeks, I know.
those
Yeah.
genuine relationships with people,
Kitty.
they
Slash-
will want to
slash says,
support you
"Kitty,
and
hey,
share your
my
work with
kitty."
others. So it's definitely worth.
All right, I'm
putting
sure
in the
she's
effort
saying
to
stuff.
develop friendships and
Yeah, we're just-
professional relationships
I mean,
with people in this community.
That's what
as a
replay's for.
marketing
Like,
strategy.
come on. This is
And
why I
just
broke it
because
up
it's a
into
good
two
thing to do.
streams. I figured by the
That
time
was like about
this time
like
came, it would just be a bunch of
million
hanging
great
out and
tips. I
being
hope
crazy
folks are
anyway.
taking notes.
But-
I wanted to call out especially
But
where
Gray,
you mentioned that
we
I
probably
think
should at
a
some
lot of
point in
people
time
feel
figure out how to become
bashful
D&D
about
designers.
promoting their work. And
Do we
honestly,
do we
want
want to drop a hint, or do we want to leave it?
Want to know about the things that you are
Oh,
creating.
I don't care. I
And
have
on
no.
certain
This
platforms
doesn't
in
matter to me.
particular,
No?
especially Twitter.
No, you
tweets
can.
are so
I
can.
ephemeral. A tweet is there and gone.
Gray
There's probably gonna
and
be a bunch
I,
of people who
mostly
didn't
Gray,
see you post that
are
one
developing
time you posted
a
something. So you
gateway
can
game
remind
for
people,
Dungeons and Dragons
retweet your
for
own tweets
youngsters.
to bump them up in the timeline, that sort of thing.
That's pretty much it.
Now, Celeste, you have
yeah, pretty much it.
marketed not
so
only
we're
the
developing
different publications on DM
developing
Guild
a
and
game
Direct
system
RPG,
that's
you
gonna
like a whole
work for kids
Kickstarter.
to
So I'm really
serve as a
curious what
gateway
your
drug
insights
for
are.
playing D&D, because both her and
people
I
ask
have young
me
children
about marketing,
and
it's
want to get them involved
honestly marketing, like my
in the game.
podcast has
So
taught me a lot
we're
about
stripping
how
it
to market
down,
my
bringing it down to
products
bare
as well.
bones, and
I mean,
building
the
it back
first
up,
thing
something
you
accessible
need to
for
do is develop
kids
a really
and stuff, and then we're gonna try to market it and
strong
sell it.
identity of what it is,
And,
what the quick pitch is.
it's coming along pretty
and then
well.
you need to be able to
I think
represent
so.
that
I think so
visually,
too.
and then in a concise
So,
and very easy
question.
to understand
Yes.
way. So branding
there,
is everything, and
excessive
you need
violence
branding
in this
for
game?
whatever the product
No.
is. You know, even if it is
Not
just
for
like
kids.
a subclass
No.
that you have, I
There's
need to be able
non-excessive
to
violence.
understand
They're
for
what's
kids
cool about
like
the subclass
6
years old,
just
like
by
really
looking at the
young
photo.
kids, not like
Because people don't assume anybody's going to
middle-aged
read
kids.
what you're saying.
The violence is
visual-
rather cartoony.
Visual cues are great.
So instead of like
so come up with
javelins
really
and
what is
swords,
the
they have like
core
Nerf
of what you have made, and
weapons.
how do you pitch
No,
that in a way
No.
that's
they just
visual?
will kill
How
things.
do you
They'll
pitch
knock
that in a
things
way
out.
that's very easy to understand
And
in one
the
sentence.
the
you
monsters
should be
are-
able to sell
The
your
monsters
product.
are not like
And
regular
if you
monsters.
can do that, then you are going to get
The
a
monsters are
ton
young
of
versions of the
traction,
monsters as well.
Based on that.
And they look really
my other
cute.
piece
They
of
look
advice
really
that
cute,
I always have
yeah.
is to team up
Yep.
with people.
And
so
the-
really
That's
look
pretty cool.
at the market
Yeah, and the
you're
characters
in and
themselves, like
find,
the
you know, if
character
you
sheets
have
are
friends
pared
or you
down.
have other folks who are
So
starting
Stormy
at
says,
that
"I am
same
a kid."
level,
I
you they're
know.
publishing their first
2001?
1 or 2 products on the
Yeah, man.
guild.
It's like
Work
3.
with them to cross promote your projects. You know, so if you
Is
team
that
up
a-
and you're
Is that
retweeting
a
their
unicorn
stuff,
back there
they're
behind
retweeting
Celeste?
your stuff, and then maybe you have
Yes,
a
it is.
stream where you play
Unicorn.
through one thing, or you go to a smaller podcast and
I'm not
ask,
saying anything,
hey,
but
would you
Celeste
like to
looks a
run my
little bit
adventure?
like
Just
maybe
rely
old
on
to
other
have a
people,
choker on,
because
but maybe that's
the
just
more
me.
people have eyes on this, the bigger your
Are
audience
chokers, like,
grows.
available
and,
for
if,
all
if you
ages?
go
I
to
don't know how
one
that
other
works.
person, well, at least like
'Cause the monsters
their
are
mom and their
bullies,
best
yes.
friend is going to buy it, and your mom and your best friend bought yours. So if you work together, that's 4 people who are going to buy your thing, and it's the
Well,
mixture that
I guess
goes
she's
on
talking
and
about
on from
networking
there.
now.
If you roll with our
That is
crew,
Some really
we tend
great
to be the
advice.
bullies.
What about you,
Yeah.
Justice?
First off, that's a lot.
I mean, I definitely get
a lot of
accused
my
of
DMs
that
go
even when I'm not
My
saying
mom's got all mine
anything
too,
at
so
all.
Shout out, moms.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Thank you
guys,
so
I got
much.
some pent up aggression.
So
No.
I would say,
on
yeah,
stream,
you
but
mentioned this, Lisa. The
just
average
know your boy
time of a
Wells
tweet, I think,
got
is around
totally
18 to
bitched
20
at for
minutes
saying
before it's
nothing
just
at all
gone,
to someone.
unless there's
Literally
some sort
nothing.
of traction
I've
to
never
it.
met anybody who could
And,
yelled at,
as
who could
Celeste
get yelled at
mentioned,
for being
tweets have
quiet.
some sort of visual to
I
them.
missed
I think
something
33%
Yeah,
more
we'll-
engagement.
No, you did.
We'll-
I'll fill
The
you
good
in.
news is you don't even have to be on Twitter.
It's like
Yeah,
not
to
safe
market
for
your,
stream. I don't
products.
wanna-
So it helps.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Because there are over
We'll,
40 million
yeah, we can-
people
we
playing
can,
D&D worldwide. And I
Danny
think there are
Orange,
these
you know what
people
chokers mean?
That are outside of
People who
spaces
still reliving their
that we
20s?
kind of forget about. They're like kind of in the
No,
know.
I shouldn't
void.
say
They're
that, I'm
maybe-
sorry.
They're
Yeah,
not
I'm
on Twitter. They
still
don't really engage
curious
on
about the whole
Facebook. There are
Danny
people who have
Byrne
built
thing.
huge audiences on places like Patreon. Who,
Hell of a thing to
they
throw
don't
out
go
there,
other
man.
places.
What'd you throw
But I
out?
would say that
Read the
kind
chat,
of at the
bro.
center
Scroll
of it.
up.
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, wait.
One is don't get discouraged if you put out a tweet or a post or something like that and it doesn't get a lot of
Yeah,
engagement.
problems. Like everybody
Because
goes like,
everybody's been there. It's going to happen to you no matter how successful you are. There's going to be posts that
Immediately.
you have that are duds, and you just
what'd I
need to
miss?
find a way to say something new or say something in a different way. Say it at a
hey,
different
you gotta.
time.
I'll say this:
and be
if
kind
you're
of,
here,
vigilant
you're on
about
this
getting
screen,
out there and
you're in the
posting.
chat, you're pretty
And
much an
then,
eccentric person.
You know, when it comes to the
so-
DMs Guild,
Oh,
do you.
really? Get outta
there's
here,
a
no
phrase
way.
that things have
Eccentric
a long
us?
tail,
Yeah.
essentially, is when you put out that first
D&D
project,
is
if it doesn't
for
get a lot of attention,
eccentric people.
your
What?
next
No,
project
what, man?
will market
Yeah,
your
man.
old projects.
Somebody
And
told me that
over
once.
Oh,
time,
okay. I
you
see it
might
now.
get
It's pretty
1 or 2
straightforward.
sales a
I can
week
do
or a
impressions.
month,
I can do a
but a year later,
perfect
that
cat
could be
purr.
$50
Yeah.
for something that you wrote a long
Rumpelteaser,
time
Mr.
ago.
Mistopheles.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
Oh gosh, you guys all had a
Oh,
lot
man.
of advice.
I just found out
about
what
marketing,
Jellicle was the other
and
day.
promotion. So we've basically
What?
talked about
Yeah.
getting started.
Jellicle.
You've
What
hit
the
a
hell
is that?
button to publish.
nobody's ever seen
you've
Cats?
made sure people
No.
know about
No,
it.
I
But
choose
I
not
have
to
to
watch
go,
that
buy your
movie.
titles.
Nope.
No, it was a
So
play.
what comes
Yeah,
next
it's
after you've published your
now
first
there's a movie
thing?
based off
There
the
is
Talk to
play.
me a
There's
little
a
bit
movie
about
based
how
on
you
it.
Yeah,
make
I
sure
didn't
you
want to
stay
see the
If I wanna
play.
see
I remember
Cat,
being a
I'll
kid
just
and
buy
seeing those
But also
cat
talk to me a little
play
bit about
commercials,
burnout.
and I was
Is
just
that
like,
something that
no,
you've dealt with?
hell
Mary,
no.
Like the corners of my
yeah.
mind.
Heathcliff is the closest I've come to cats.
Slash says I can make cat purrs.
No.
Like you can
Um,
make
sure, let's
cats
break the
purr,
order.
or you can make cat purrs.
Yeah,
Like
so
puncture.
yes,
Oh, he
Now,
he retracted it.
it
He
because now he's like,
retracted
oh
it.
wait, me and Dan,
So
like
if you
Slash
have
and
ever
Danny are
felt
just gonna be out there
frustrated
just
or
like
like
you
sit
know
down to
on a
write
fence,
and you
Yeah, we
purring at
saw it
each other
already.
and start
Yeah.
You are not
hissing.
alone.
It's too
Every
late.
single
It's
person
on the
has
stream.
that. even
Sorry,
the big
Stream. Yeah.
Slash meet Danny,
even
Danny
the
me
people
slash.
who are
You two meet a
publishing
fence in a
these
back
giant
alley.
campaign books.
Have
Oh,
at
there
it.
we go.
First off, I just want to say
Slash.
we're not alone.
Slash
Everybody
makes
goes through this.
Oh man.
And you know
Slash says I can make
goal
kitties
is
purr.
to, when you do hit those
I don't know if
moments
that's
of
any better.
burnout, try and identify what it was that drove you to that point and what you
Oh
could
my
have done
goodness.
for yourself.
Well,
to
this is where the
prevent
stream
getting
goes
to
when
that
you
place next time.
I know.
throw me
And
tap
a
on
lot
here,
of
I
that
guess.
is
I don't know.
really
Sorry,
developing
I'm
a
sorry,
structure
Greg. I'm
that
sorry
works for
again. Like,
you. unfortunately, there isn't.
They
like, a
are.
fix-all solution
Let's see.
for
Oh,
everyone
Danny
to figure
says
out
I'm
that,
one of
you know,
those
it's a
people
Band-Aid
that
across the board.
like
It
the
really
movie.
is getting to know
My sisters like
what
the
you
Broadway
about
movie. It
yourself,
kind of grew on
about
me,
how you work
like a
and what
fungus
works
in a
best
bad
for
mold.
you, and then
I added that
identifying,
last
you know,
part,
when
but
you're
that's how I
straying
feel.
into the danger
Oh,
zones or
Adam's
not.
here.
Like for me, you know, I struggle with
going on,
attention
Adam?
issues.
Adam
So
says,
setting strict
"Hi,
routines
Polyhedra
and
Paradise.
only
Insert
allowing
Jason's
myself
name.
to
I
work
have
in
no
short
idea about
bursts,
D&D,
and
but
then
loving you're
making sure
doing a
I
massive
sprinkle
weekend
in
stream.
other
Thank you, sir.
activities.
If you
I've
want to
learned
come
has
on
become
and
key,
BS with us, you're
for
more
me
than
being
welcome.
able
Like I
to
said, your
write
link.
anything,
You
because
can
I
if
know
try and
nothing
sit down and
about
write for, you know,
D&D.
8 hours
Trust me,
straight,
he doesn't.
I get so
And I play with the
burnt
man.
out.
He
I
doesn't.
don't love the
I'm gonna use my
projects I'm
danger
doing anymore.
sense.
I hate it
It's
in
the
a
same
positive
thing.
way. And that's,
No, Cap,
of course,
you're
not
selling
great.
yourself short, buddy. You do know.
So really
You know
learning
enough.
to manage my time.
I know a lot more than when we started.
and
Sorry.
do these enjoyable
But that
little
danger
bite-sized
sense
sections
cannot tell
of
me
work
it's not spider
has
sense.
become, you know,
No, it's not
make
spider
work
sense.
a
It just gives
cupcake
you-
Anything that has a
instead of
word
eating a whole
and then
cake.
sense.
You
Because if
equate
you
with
eat a whole
Spidey
cake,
sense,
it's
right?
great for the
I
first,
gotcha.
you know, quarter, and then you're
I
so
understand
sick
it.
Donkey
you know,
had
for like a week.
danger
You're
sense,
so
then it would be
sick
spider
and you don't want
sense.
to do it anymore.
It would be spider. It'd be
so that
spider's
has been
sense
really,
with a
really
Z.
key
With
for
a
me.
Z.
Just learning those routines, learning what
Oh,
works
man.
best for you.
All these
And
Z's,
no
you do
reason
have
Not
to
letting
keep
that
trying
go.
Danny says, I
to
didn't sleep
learn that
last night. I'm bored and
process.
delirious.
So I mean, I know my first.
Sorry
like,
we're
3
boring
months,
you, Danny.
Really?
I get
Thanks,
an
buddy.
alert. I get an alert at 4 a.m. because I didn't turn my do not disturb off. So I'm thinking someone's calling me. I roll over. It's Danny Orange going live on
quite
Twitch.
honestly, I'm about
What,
at
at
the
4
year
in the
mark, and
morning?
I think I'm
God, Danny, where do you
just
live?
now feeling comfortable with.
Like, what
Adam
the
says,
hell?
I don't even know about the
and,
different
sort of
die.
starting
Okay,
to
well, I
understand
tell you
the
what.
schedule that works for me.
Who
So
wants to give
stick with
Adam
it.
and
It's gonna
conversely
be
everybody
hard,
out
but
there
listen
who
to
doesn't know
yourself
anything
and
about
trust your
D&D
instincts
a
is
primer
my
on
best
the
advice
different
for
die?
avoiding burnout.
That's
Anybody
really
out there-
great
anybody
advice. And
there
I feel
wanna
like
do
there's
it? Who wants
probably
to
a
do
lot of
first?
folks listening in chat or catching
can
this
pull
VOD
them out
later.
and show
where
them
the
to you.
dream for them
I
is
could do
to
that.
be
Excuse-
a
Gonna whip 'em out.
Excuse me while I whip
game
this out.
designer,
Ah.
freelancer. So I feel like hearing about your experience.
Send all
is
complaints
really
to
topical for
Josh
them.
at
And I also think
thenerds@gmail.com.
it's a really good
So-
source of burnout.
May I
for people
remind
isn't
everybody
necessarily the same,
that
which means that
when we
people
hit
are throwing
100
advice out
subscribers,
about burnout,
at the rate
you
we're
feel
going,
like
we'll be down to
something doesn't work for
78
you,
by the
that's
stream's
not,
end.
that's not a
At
thing
a rate of
about you. It just
losing 2
means you need to
subscribers
figure
per
out
stream,
why
we're
you're
going to
burnt
be
out and
giving
what works
this
for you in
dice box
particular.
away as a
I'm
thank
gonna
you. It is
continue
not a
going
bribe,
out
it's a
of
thank you.
order, and see if Justice has anything to add.
Thank you.
Okay. So
What's
yeah,
that?
so I'd say
I said thank you, Zarb.
really common in this industry is FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Zarb bribes?
see
Is that what you
somebody
said? I
that you
just agreed.
admire,
When
or
you give a
some
thank you with an
project
item,
gets
yeah,
announced, or maybe you've got 3 projects on
this-
your plate
this
and you
belongs to
see
me
one
then.
of those Twitter calls go out
I
about
didn't
something
say
that
that.
I
seems
don't have any
awesome.
dice. Cap, dice.
I'll tell you this.
Dice me.
Fear of
Dice.
missing out is
Dicing you.
Alright.
not as bad as
Miles
working
Bennett
yourself to
or,
death, not getting sleep,
Miles
or
Bennett Dyson?
feeling like
Anybody
you
get the-
can't be in the community anymore because
joke?
it's too stressful. So know your
Never mind.
limitations. Mine is about 2 to 3 projects. That
Oh,
doesn't
Danny
sound
Orange,
like a
I'm in
lot,
Florida. I
but
streamed
know
for over
that's a
10
lot to
hours
me.
straight last night.
So it
Really?
might be different for you.
Well, Danny's
Just
by me.
know it, and as Celeste said,
Danny, you're not in
evaluate
Florida,
it
Cap.
regularly. I mean, that
I'm in
changes
Georgia.
from time to time, and
There's a line there,
you
though.
kinda
I
wanna
know.
leave
I've
a
heard their
buffer in
song.
there because you never know
Yeah, but
if you've
I
done
can, like,
something really
literally
awesome
drive over
recently,
it.
then you take on 5 projects.
Let's
and
see.
somebody contacts
Danny
you about
Orange
your
says, you
dream
can do it,
project.
Stormy. It grows
You
on
either
you.
have to
Good
say no to
vibes
that
and
person,
hallucinogens.
or
What?
disappoint somebody
Did I
you made a
miss somebody
commitment
talking
to,
about
Talking about
hallucinogens?
mustaches.
or do one of
No,
those
Oh, the
you caught it.
mustache.
awful marathons where you're not getting
Sorry.
as much sleep or not taking care of yourself.
See, not getting as
So
much
I'd
sleep.
say set boundaries
Justice
with your
said
work. Schedule a time on
All
your
right, Cap,
calendar
hold
that
up
says for this
a
hour,
D4.
I'm gonna go play a video game,
D4,
or I'm
let me
gonna
find that
drink
one.
some tea and read a book, or
you start with the
just
lowest,
do
'cause
some
that's not the
self-care,
lowest.
Yes,
exercise.
start
Yeah,
with
I feel
getting
like
out of the house for a little bit.
might
when,
be missing
pandemic
one,
is
and
over.
that
That's a D2.
yeah.
happens
Also
to
known as
That
a
fear of
regular
missing
coin. It's
out
got
is
2
so
sides.
real, and I
One
think
side has a
especially
1 on it,
for
and one side has a
someone
20. So
where
it's
you've
a
published your
crit
first
or
thing
a
and maybe
fail.
it's taken
Yeah.
off and now
People-
everyone's
Those those are
up to
single
you
uses.
with different opportunities.
Um,
you don't know what you
that
feel
right
like. You
there,
don't know
that
if
triangle
that well
die
is going
that
to dry
Cap
up, and you
is
have
showing
to say
you
yes to everything.
is a
I think
D4.
someone that
When you roll the die, the
something
number that sits
a
at the
lot
top of the
D&D
point is the number that you
freelancers
count.
do
That is typically
say
used
yes to too
for
many projects
damage.
very early on in their career.
You're looking
Like,
at
honestly,
maybe like
like,
a punch
if you're on this
causing
panel and you've
D4
done that, or if you're in
damage,
chat
or
and
like
you've done that, please
a
raise
very
your
low,
hand.
a low
I
strike
was like,
roll
oh, gosh,
is going to use a D4.
So
yeah,
poisons,
that is a situation
something
a lot of people
that's
find themselves in.
that's
so
not
going
going to
to
result in a whole lot of damage.
If you do it anyway, you're not alone.
So, Cap, let's
Ashley, do you have
take a look at the
anything to
most common die
Yeah, I feel like those are all great
that
points
people use in
and
real
I
life, and
totally
they're
agree
probably
with all
the
of
second
that.
most
And I will
used
say
die
that, like,
in D&D.
creativity
The D6
is not a race. I
That's a
totally
6
get
printed on the
FOMO,
ball. I
but
feel like
there
we're
will
calling
always
out
be opportunities available to you.
calling
I
out the lotto
promise.
here.
And
That's
I also
6
saw
printed
that
on the
someone in
ball.
the chat said that
Well, your
they're
Powerball
surprised
numbers
that
for
some of
today
us have
are.
day jobs. I have a day job. I do a
They're
lot
all
of this
platonic
work
solids.
as my side hustle, and
I
I
mean,
think
I
that
hope
that's
Cap's
especially
platonic.
important to have balance
We don't want 'em
because when
cheating
you
on
do
people.
have a full-time job or
they're
family
probably
obligations like
polyhedral.
D&D
It's the pyramid, bro.
content
Yes.
does not
So the
need
6-sided
to
die
always
also
take
used for
precedence
damage,
over
etc.
important things in your life, and it's okay to have that balance.
Used
and
in determining
I
stats
think
too.
it's
Usually
exciting
when you start
publish
your
first piece
make
because you do
your
have
your
that,
stats, you're gonna roll
you do feel empowered and excited to continue creating,
66
but it's
drop
okay to
the
work up to
lowest
some of those
two,
bigger projects. You don't
and
need
that
to
is
take on every single thing
the
that
number
comes
you're
your
going to use
way.
for your
And
particular stat.
just
I
remember
like
that
to
your
nerf
world is
players, although they don't
practicing our
realize
craft,
it, so
and
I
if you
do
can continue to
66
do,
drop
smaller
the
projects
top
and really
one
build up
and
to
the
those
bottom
bigger
one.
projects,
It's a little different.
you'll be
Nobody's
rewarded
realized
by just
that I
improving as a writer
don't do it the
and
classic
also
way
keeping
yet,
your
but
scope
that's how I
reasonable
like to do it.
because burnout is hard to recover
Let's see.
from. I
Oh,
think for the
God,
past
I
3
just-
years,
I just
mean,
heard that
up
off the
until
corner of my ear. I
earlier
don't
this
know
year,
if
I
anybody
had
else heard that.
about
She
a
said
deadline a
burnout is
week
hard to
for a
recover
lot of
from.
projects,
My God, don't we all
and
know
feel
it?
stressed.
it was yeah, I just never really
So,
want to do
Cap,
it ever
next
again
die.
because it was hard even when it was
So
fun
what's
and even
after
when the
6?
projects were dream
Even you got
projects. I did get to a
8?
point probably
You
late
are
last
correct,
year that
sir.
I started to crash.
D8.
And
It looks like 2
I've been a
triangles
professional
stacked on
writer
top
in
of each
some
other.
capacity my whole life, so you would think that
We're
I
just
would
gonna
know
speed
my
through this.
boundaries, but
Next
I
one,
think that
D10. Show
we
the
do get
D10.
excited, but it's still work, and it still can be mentally taxing. And even when it's fun. It's
I'm
There's
showing
your
a 12.
it can
D10.
be hard on our
You're showing a
brains. So,
12?
I'm
my
showing a
personal
12.
philosophy now
That's
is
all right.
to
That
have,
is
like,
a that's a
2-day
D10.
buffer during the
Once you
week.
start to get up
Like,
into
at
things that do
least
more
2 days
damage,
during the week where
you're
after
gonna
work,
start
I
to
don't
use
have
the
to work on
D10.
anything. And
She's
so I
on
don't
to me.
accept more projects
Coupled
if
with
it
the,
means that I would have to
percentile
cut into
die.
that time.
Yep.
Because usually what I end up needing that time for is like
Yes.
if there's a family
D12.
emergency.
Cap.
Like my cat needed surgery last year when I was right in the middle of a bunch of deadlines, and I just felt like I was gonna lose it. I just felt totally overwhelmed.
After the
So,
D12 is
I
the
think
granddaddy
that's
of them all.
learning how to
Zach.
prioritize is its
Hey
own
y'all,
skill
great job
set,
keeping
and
killing on the
as
stream.
new
Zach, you're more than
creators,
welcome to
we
come
don't need
on
to be
and
in
BS
this,
if
like,
you want, buddy.
this roller coaster of
Let's get everybody on.
the highs and the lows. You can have a
And
more
then we can
stable
And then we can do a live
and
play.
fulfilling
Like,
creativity
example.
Right here, right now,
path, I guess.
somebody could die by
Yeah,
the,
Justice, did you have something to add to that?
illustrious
this
Ronan
is
the
my
Barbarian.
Finger
The
signal.
finger.
You guys have all been burnt.
I would say another
You guys
thing too
are
is
people without a
there's
home
nothing
now.
wrong with communicating
Oh,
with
we
the
did get
person that
fired.
reaches
You
out
did get
to you.
fired. Y'all got fired.
Where your
We can
actual
kill anybody
deadlines
we
are
want.
and how to work in his schedule. Recently,
Alright,
I
Cap,
had somebody
the
that
granddaddy
I was
of
on
them
a
all.
project with, and I said, look, I can't do this
The,
unless it's after this
the
day.
D20.
They were really understanding, and I would say
Not the
that,
percentile die.
you're going to succeed
So
as
that's
you
an
write,
D20.
as you become a designer, and
The whole
if
game
someone
is
really
sort of
wants to
based
work
around a
with you,
D20 system,
they'll
which
still,
means all
they'll
your
still want to
critical
work with
rolls,
you after that day passes.
trademark,
you know,
come off
so,
of a
so just be
D20
clear
roll.
with them, and
Like
they
your
can
2
help you
hit,
out how
all
they
your
can.
saving throws come off of a D20.
Yeah,
All
I
of your
think
major rolls
communication is
take place
so
off of a
key.
D20.
Oh, Ashley. Oh,
So,
gosh. Both
and then
of
the
you.
last
We're-
one is the
we're
percentile
all
die.
like, yes.
Popular question.
So a percentile die is like a D10. It's a 10-sided die, but it has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, etc. on it. You cannot roll below a 10 on that die because that die is used in conjunction with the D10 to roll percentages. So you roll the percentile die, and a D10 comes up with a percentile. So the die that Kat just showed sets the tens place, and then the D10 sets the ones place. So the lowest you can roll would be a 1, and that would be a 00 on the percentile die, and then a 1 on the 10-sided die. Adam, does that make sense? Are you now more familiar with the die we use? And
great,
Adam's not in the stream
because
anymore. But hey,
people
you can watch it on the
running these
replay.
projects
There is,
would much rather
also other
hear you
alternatives.
say, "Hey, I need to get this
I
to
got
you
here
5
a
days
little
later
arrow
than the
that I
initial
use
deadline,
for when I
a
use
week
a
into the
crossbow.
project, or
It's
2
actually
weeks into the
a
project than the
D6.
night before."
But basically,
So
I just
you know,
toss it out
just
like a little
just
bone,
being
and whatever
clear and
numbers on
upfront
top
with what you
is
can and can't do
what
with
roll.
yourself
I
and
love
others
that.
is huge.
Five of them, so
Because
I can
people are going to remember remember
I
things
roll-
rolls of
about
these,
you.
pretty
They're
nice.
going to
You can roll
remember that
5d6
you
at a
were
time
honest
when
and
he shoots all
I'm not-
straightforward with
I'm not
how much
saying I'm
time and space
jealous.
You needed
but a
he's
little
jealous.
jealous.
Remember that
Jealous.
you were the person who didn't respond.
I'm
to
jealous
them
of
3
that.
days
I'm pretty
at the
sure
end of the
Zach
project
showed this
about,
to me, and
hey,
they were,
where's
when he showed me, I
where's
was like, I
this?
need to
And
help
you
because
you
my
knew the whole
character
time you
relies
weren't
heavily
gonna
on
do
his
it,
crossbow and bow.
but you just didn't do
Yeah,
it.
I remember I
that's
used that
pretty-
once.
Those
It didn't
things.
work
It's a very
out for me.
small community.
It's because you don't know how to stick to a plan,
it
Cap.
feels very large, but
I was
it is
sticking
very
to the
small.
plan.
So
No,
that
the plan was
that
not
honesty
okay.
and that
So the setup
understanding and that
was
straightforwardness will do
there was a
you
man
huge favors,
long
down
down
the
a
line.
hallway,
Pretty
very,
strong.
very good
and
point.
Captain
Ashley, did you
Pennsylvania,
still wanna
his
chime
character
in?
Bronan,
Yeah, I just have
was
one more
supposed
point,
to
but I
pop
think,
into the
at least for
hallway,
me, this has kind of
lure
become a
him
good
down the
strategy
hallway
where if
through
I can't
where
do
Neat
a project that I'm invited
and
to do,
who else
then
was
I
it?
try
Was
to
it
pass
Silver
the
String?
opportunity on to someone else.
It was
because
Solomon.
It both
Solomon.
helps
Neat?
your
So Neat
community,
was actually in the
you're
back of the
developing
cave.
Okay.
relationships
Neat,
with other
Silver,
people,
and
you're
Zestra
giving someone
were
else the
all in the back.
opportunity.
Let's just
There's
say where
nothing
everybody
better
else was
than that.
waiting
Put
on
warding
just the other
arrows or
side of the
whatever on
And
the
it
sides
does,
of
you
the
know that
doors.
someone
Yeah.
cool
So when
is
they
going to
came in,
do
but-
the project.
Basically,
that you
everybody
couldn't
was
necessarily
waiting for,
participate in. So I think when it comes to
Bronan
FOMO,
to
it's not
lead-
always, we don't
lead
need to
this
be
guy
involved in every
out
single
of the
project.
cavern
Not
into
every
the main room.
project, like, lights our
But
souls
instead,
on fire,
Bronan
and I
decided
think
to
that
charge
if we are
headlong
selective about the things that
down
we participate
the
in
corridor
can
and meet him like
know
3/4 of the way
our
down
fellow
instead of
creators'
leading him
strengths
through.
enough to recommend
So-
them to other projects, and it kind of helps
Slash
keep
coming in
our
hot.
own priorities,
Bronan, the
a little bit more
sidekick.
manageable because we
See,
only
look,
commit to projects that we're
this
really truly
is
excited
what
about.
had happened.
And other people get to
Now,
do cool stuff.
You gotta
I
say
had
it right, Cap.
crossbow.
Say it right.
Making someone else's
I had a
dream come true
crossbow.
and handing
See what had happened
like
was-
a project that you think they'd be great
From
at.
yeah, but
is such
that's
an
a
amazing
situation where you're
feeling.
wrong.
Good, it's so
Totally right in
good.
this situation.
I'm really glad we
Wells'
got to
character
spend a little bit of
gives
time
me
on
a
that topic
crossbow.
because honestly,
Now, in this one, you
creativity
can
and
shoot,
self-care
and then it hits the guy,
really go
brings
hand
him
in hand,
back to
especially if
you.
you're thinking
As
of
a
making a
grapple
career
test.
of it.
Yeah.
So thank you
I'm a
everyone for that
barbarian. I
advice.
figure I could shoot this
Okay.
guy,
Are you
bring
all
him to
ready
me,
for some
slice him
Q&A?
up, maybe
Yes.
shoot him with
All right,
my
so
lightning bolt
if you
eyes.
have additional
But see,
questions,
that's
our
where
lovely
you
Mod TK
deviated from the
has
plan
been
because
collecting
I'd give
all of
you
the
the
ones so
crossbow and
far,
said
so
shoot
I'm gonna go
him
through and skip ones we've
and
already answered.
run and
But
pull
if you have
him
a
with
new
you back
question,
to
put
us. And you're
question
like,
Yes.
all right, he's on the
at beginning,
crossbow.
and
I'm gonna
TK will
just
see that
do
and grab
me.
that
And
for us.
that's where you
Here's a
deviate
question that
from the
came
plan.
early
But
on
it's
from
okay.
David Bass.
I usually deviate
what
from the
sort of writing
plans
products are
to.
best to start
It
out
happens.
with? Is
Like,
there
you want to look out windows?
Zestra likes to look out windows.
I would say something small and something manageable.
Intentionally.
Intentionally.
If you can go for it, especially if
uh,
you're doing something
Grace's
by
character
yourself,
is named
starting with
Zestra the
something that's
Collector.
like
She's
a
a
cool new
half
subclass
drow,
or like 10 magic
not
items,
drow,
or
I'm sorry,
you know,
half drow
10 new
cleric
spells.
who collects
Something very small
artifacts.
and manageable. 'Cause
And
that will
I
also
guess it
do
was
you a
my
lot of
fault
favors for
because I
marketing, to
really,
go back to
during
that
my
too,
description of
because
this one
if
tower,
you say, hey, I get 10 new
emphasized how
necromancy
beautiful
spells,
the greenery
that is
was.
so easy
And she
to
kept
tell
wanting to look
people
out the
what
windows.
it is,
I
where
thought there was
to
something
go,
special
people
to
know
it.
if
There
Like I
was,
could get
but-
out of the window if I.
And if you are doing
Stormy
bigger
says, "All right, I'm gonna go to
projects,
sleep, you guys. Have a
again,
blast."
Just something
I
that
have.
has
Night,
a
Have a
Stormy.
blast.
very specific
Night, Stormy.
theme
Night,
and
bro.
Good to see you,
scope.
sir.
So
Have fun.
you know what it is. So rather than
Oh,
a
Danny
world
Orange left his
book,
dice
which is probably
at the last place he lived.
farthest end of Don't
Oh.
Start
Oh
With
no,
that's a
Danny,
shame.
you
you
need
know,
more
you
dice.
have something
Hopefully you didn't
you
have to
have
leave in a
four or
hurry.
five adventures that all
I want to
go
drive
through
down there and give him some
taverns.
dice.
You know, something a very
Oh,
easy
half drow.
pitch,
I like drow a
that's
lot.
very easy to understand.
Drow are
That's
okay.
the best type
Um,
of thing to start with.
So
Yeah.
I had
I
emphasized
totally agree with that. I
the
think that
ivy
a
in this
pitfall
particular
for
place.
new writers, and I
And
don't
no
wanna
matter
deter
what
anyone from their
happened,
dreams, but
Zestra
is
was
taking on a
focused
project
and
that's too
determined
big,
on looking out
when
the
they've never
window at
completed
the
any
ivy,
sort of
even
creative
when she
project
was
like that
directly
before,
under
and then
threat
realizing
from a
that it is
guard.
pretty hard,
And
but
he
you
took
know,
it. He took it pretty
This was
seriously.
a-
tragic, and
This
unfortunately,
was
we see
a
that
prison
sometimes
guard,
in the RPG writer
all
workshop,
right,
which is
that
why we
was
usually
like
start with, you know, a one-shot
talking to them
adventure
as if they were
the
going to
start of
be
your
his
project
like
because
future
it's
pets, and he
manageable,
had like this
it's
one
achievable,
tortured guy
and
in his
it's
cell that
something
was just a
when
shell of a
you
man.
finish it
And
you
it's just like
publish
this
it,
guy
it feels
clearly
really
takes
good
enjoyment
because you've
in
seen something through to completion. So
taking
yeah, there's
people as
really
pets,
nothing
and
too
Zest was
small.
just like, yeah, I'm gonna go check out the
Justice
window.
wrote
It's just
an
like,
awesome one-page,
Really?
adventure encounter for the empty black
Okay.
contest, and
I-
like
oh,
there's lots
man.
of ways
well,
to create
long
really
story short, the
meaningful
guy
and memorable
ended
work
up
that doesn't
trying
have to be a
to
full
take
book.
Zestra as
And
his pet, and
you don't
my
have to start there.
character
So,
Neat
yeah,
was not
definitely,
having it.
Start with something
It was
small
awesome.
and finish it.
Yeah.
And
I
I
do
do
polish
believe
it.
we killed those
I guarantee
guys.
you'll be
You
Oh,
did,
I killed
and then you set the
and
tower
you'll-
on fire.
You'll want to
Yes.
do bigger projects soon after that
Yeah.
anyway.
How'd it go after that though?
Justice, anything to add?
Yeah, let's not
I
talk
think
about
Celestine
that.
actually gave perfect answers.
Oh man, it
and
always works
I don't
out
need
for
to add
us.
anything.
Sure.
Cool. We'll move along to the next question.
So
which is
confident.
from
So wise.
Oh, we lost.
I am an omelet.
Lakefield.
Asked,
You did lose
"It's hard
Lakefield.
to get really good at one
It doesn't
thing,
always
or
work
okay at
out.
a bunch of different skills
It'll work out.
first.
I'll get my
And
throat.
now I wonder
I mean,
if
we'll-
that's
we'll
meant
work
as
it out.
like types
Danny,
of
I feel like you
design,
would play
or if
an
it's meant as like
amazing
skills
job.
like
I haven't
writing,
even heard you
editing,
speak
layout.
yet, but I just think
Anyone have thoughts
You
on
c-
that?
You can almost see it
I
though,
do.
can't
I
you?
think,
Oh, yeah.
You know, we talked
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit about
Go watch this guy
earlier in
stream.
collaborations
He
about
streams on Twitch
knowing,
all the time at 4 a.m.
who to recommend for what.
Yeah,
Um,
got to
I
see that
think
guy
that
play.
I
a few
check it
people I
out.
know on the guild.
Got
This
to.
person is very good at mechanics.
I don't know if
and
I'll
this
be up
person
at
has a
4
great eye
a.m.,
for
but
pros.
if
I
you're
would say
on
if
during
you
normal
always
people
do,
hours, I got you.
one
but,
thing,
Yeah,
if you only
he
ever
goes
make
normal people hours as
spells,
well.
you might get bored.
There we go.
And I think that goes back to burnout and self-care. I think it's awesome to try to master something,
So,
but there's always something
what's
new to
going on
learn
with this
in this
segment that
industry
we've been
and
at?
with writing. And the rules,
Yeah,
the
so like
formats,
I've been
they're all
catching his catch
changing.
Ken. Thanks
New
guys. I
ideas
was
are
really
coming
looking
out
forward to
and
watching
being
this. So
recycled.
I appreciate you
So
guys.
it's great to be good at
no, he's
something,
talking about
but,
self-care at
you know,
this
feel
point.
free to branch out, try something new,
And let's
yeah.
see, what is he saying? See if I can
That's
catch
the
it.
end of my
Catch it
answer.
up. Let's see what this next question is. If it's interesting,
Nice.
we'll listen. If not, we'll
Yeah,
talk a little bit
I
about
would,
something else.
You know, whenever people email me about new projects or getting involved, one of the first things they always ask me is like, oh, well, what kind of writing would you consider yourself good at? And I'm like, because my strategy very early on, because I knew I wanted to go full-time freelance, which is an incredibly hard thing to do.
I would love to be a full-time
the pay is
freelance
not
writer
great, and you
and
have to take a lot of jobs.
designer.
So my strategy was to write everything
Photographer,
possible,
dungeon
to be
master.
proficient at it, and to make sure I had
So anything
something
but carpentry
polished to show
at this
these
point.
people. So now whenever I do get one of these emails and
I
someone's
stayed
like,
up
"What aspect of
during.
design
I stayed
would
up
you say
through
you're
the
best at?"
day
And I'm like,
to
"Well, would you
reset
like
my
to
sleep
see
schedule.
my adventure
It
work
was
in
getting
Bremen
real
Frostmaiden,
unhealthy.
or would you like to see my
Danny,
Kobold Press Bestiary
just out of
books,
curiosity,
or like, would you like to see
what
my
do
adventure I
you
just published
do?
on the DM's Guild?
How did you
Just
manage to like
diversifying
stay up
your
that long
skills,
and still function?
trying a little bit of
You know,
everything is
I'm having
really
like it's
important to show
10:44 now, and I'm starting to have some problems, and I've only
every
been up
once in a while
since
you are going to have
since
those people
5.
who want to work with you, but they've already hired somebody else to do the
I want
adventure, so
pictures of
they
Spider.
need
That
you
is
to
so
do the
random.
monster stat blocks. So if you have
Danny says, "I want
no
pictures of
one
Spider-Man."
experience,
J.
getting
Jonah
to do
Jameson.
that gives
Come on,
you
make it
more
the game.
Maybe he
and
means
as an added
Spiders the
benefit,
donkey we were
every
talking
time
about.
No,
you get to
he
design
is
something
saying
new,
that
you
as
learn whether or
J.
not it's
Jonah.
I
something
want
you love
pictures
or
of
something you like
Spider-Man.
so
Is that what he said?
much.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that
I get
is
it.
super helpful for me in structuring my
Maybe.
projects. Like,
Maybe.
I know, you know,
That's how I
this
see
month,
it.
if I have 2 months
I could see that.
writing
I could
projects,
see
for
that.
example, and an adventure, like
I
know
always
can
picture
handle those 3
myself
different products
as J. Jonah
because
Jameson.
I know how I design monsters and I know how I write adventures.
Don't look at me like that, Will.
So really diversifying.
I'm in
your
between
individual
jobs.
experience,
It's
all
an
the different
insane
aspects of
story.
design is
Don't go
really,
off the
really
grid. It's hard to get
important,
back on
and I
it.
would say
Oh.
focus on that.
I've
if
had
you
fantasies
can.
about
If
going
you
off the
can
grid.
get involved in projects that
Going
will
to
allow you
finding a
expand
hole
your
in West
skill set
Virginia.
across the board,
Then I realized I like
absolutely do
Walmart
it
too
and
much.
prioritize doing that.
I was like, isn't West Virginia just a hole?
I grew up in a hole. It's not
Ashley, did you
all
want to add anything
cracked
else?
up to be.
I'm a Pittsburgh guy.
Well, I
honestly
mean,
agree
cracks
with
probably are
everything that
holes,
Justice and
you know.
Celeste said, especially
What?
about knowing what
Just
type
watch
of
how
like
cool your father was,
85
right? Like you grew up in a
different
hole
kinds
and you
of,
crawled
like,
out of it.
energy.
Like, well,
But I also think that's good for
I
I
was
mean,
born in the
85
darkness.
miles
You
to
barely
the
adopted it.
Walmart.
might vary in the types of writing
It was
that
what?
you require. And I know for
85
me
miles to the
personally,
closest
there are certain
Walmart.
things,
Wow.
like, I'm not
And
great at
18
stat
miles
blocks,
to
so
the
something like
closest
that would
one
actually probably take a lot of my
stoplight in
mental
an 80
energy,
mile
whereas
radius.
if someone
That is
asked
what
me
they
to write,
call the
you know, 3
country.
pages of,
Gray, this is
you
like
know,
the stories your
setting
grandparents
lore
tell
or
you.
encounters
Yeah.
or something.
We
I
had
realize,
one
like,
stoplight in
problem
our
for me
town that
personally,
got
just because
put
I
in
enjoy it. So I know that,
1994.
my
Oh, it
time
wasn't
and
in my
energy to make
town. It
write
was in like
vary
4
based off
towns
of that,
over.
but I only really learned that by trying a little bit of everything.
They didn't
So
have
I
a
think as you are
stoplight.
starting out, that's actually a good way to get started. Is write.
Our town
you
didn't
know,
have a
subclass,
stoplight.
Write a couple of.
That's
paragraph
crazy,
blocks,
though.
No, we had a
write,
few. No, we
you
we
know, a
didn't.
one-page encounter. Write a one-shot
The neighboring
adventure, and
town
really
didn't
kind
have
of
a
build up
stoplight.
your portfolio
But
by
the
having
next
all these
town-
different
Oh,
things.
okay.
And then
Overland
you'll
didn't
Danny
have a
was-
"Oh, I really
stoplight,
liked
but the
doing
next
this
town
particular
over did.
project, and maybe that'll be
That's
like my
crazy.
emphasis.
It-
And
yeah.
they only have
And
one.
that will also help you
Danny,
find
Danny's
opportunities
joke
that will,
does
be focused
work
on
better
what
after I
you enjoy
realized he
doing
said he
most.
wanted to be a
And
freelance
then you
photographer.
also
I got
have
it.
a
That's
nice
why
little
you mentioned
portfolio
J. Jonah
showing that
Jameson.
you can do
I
I
want
knew it.
pictures of Spider-Man. You nailed it,
So,
Cap.
yeah, I think
You
that's
nailed
kind of
it.
a good
You got it right.
way to just experiment with the different forms of writing in this
Jokes don't
space.
translate very well 30 seconds late. sometimes
Awesome.
they don't.
Okay, so
I
the
understand.
next question
I'm still trying to get
is
used to the
numbers.
stream, and
Oh, yeah, go
for the
ahead.
life of
Real
me,
quick,
if I can get real for a
we're
second here,
bringing up in chat
for the
about
life of me, I
learning, like,
can't figure out
writing,
how to
art,
cut down.
layout,
I've done
editing.
everything I can to try to cut
So
down
I
the
got a
delay,
degree in
but I
theater,
can't
and
get it to
something
get
they say in theater
any
is
quicker
that,
than like
if
15
you're going
seconds.
to be
As
on
quick as I
stage,
can
you
get the delay.
also have
But
to learn what
it's
it is
something we
like
have
to
to
be
deal with, I guess.
backstage, what it
I
is
do
like to
believe we
lighting,
know
what it
some
is
guys
to
in the
do
community
design.
that I
I
can
would
point you
recommend,
to.
if you can, trying out every aspect of the
I
design
mean,
process, because
Well,
I
I
mean,
know
I'll take all
guys-
the
giving
advice
you
I
a
can
mouse
get.
try
Yeah, I'm
and
good with
trying
that.
to
Probably know guys
understand
that could disappointing you?
Like
I don't know.
will help you work with a team later down the line. So if you've at least,
but I know some guys who know some guys.
I got a guy that knows a guy that knows some stuff.
Design is to do layout in.
Exactly.
You will understand
we
the
live in the
problems
age of,
that your layout artist is
search engines,
facing.
where you can just figure it out.
I
better
did.
how to
I've
work
done
with them
all
and
my
how to
search.
communicate
I've
with
done
them.
everything
So
they've
if
said.
you can
One of these
learn
days
these
you will
skills,
get on
try
with
your
these
hand at
problems.
editing, try
You
your
know,
hand
you know
at,
how
like, sourcing art,
how
try
I
your
try
hand
to
at
look tech
everything,
savvy here
just
with
so
these
you
beautiful
can be a
screens
team
and these
player.
people on the stream
Is
and
my
the RAM and stuff, and really I'm just a boomer. You know, I'm at home. I'm here at the library, but I'm at home amongst my books and pens and papers and stuff.
Okay, so the next
What's
question
that?
is actually like a bunch of
Disguising
people
yourself
asked
as not a
similar
boomer.
questions.
That's not a
Yeah,
boomer,
yeah,
but I'm a
yeah.
very,
but
very
folks are
big
asking
boomer.
stuff
I'm a
like,
boomer
well,
too.
how do you know when
That's-
you're ready to
that's okay,
transition
Gray.
from,
Boomers
like,
are all
writing
right.
stuff for your campaign to actually
Most of the
publishing
time,
stuff?
except a lot of
And
times the
then
jokes are like,
related,
I have
folks
no
are
idea what
wondering,
he
well,
was
what's
talking
really the
about.
difference
Oh, yeah, the
between
jokes.
like, preparing
you gotta
notes
catch
for
them.
your campaign
Catch the
You gotta
jokes.
Pokemon 'em.
preparing
You gotta catch 'em all.
like, module
Danny says, "Yeah, bro, I
or
know it.
supplements.
There's a setting in slobs I can show you, and that just shows you
Everyone
right
try
there.
not to
I don't know what
interrupt
slobs
each
is.
other.
I don't know.
I'm gonna make a very inappropriate joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, slob.
The biggest
Streamlabs
thing, the
OBS.
biggest difference that you're dealing with is because when you're a DM and you're writing your campaign,
Yeah, all of us.
you are doing it
All of
for
us.
the group of players that you know, and you know it's a group of people
got
that
it.
you've played with before,
got it.
and you are writing.
Got it.
specifically
You didn't
for
get it.
them,
I
you know,
said
these
it.
Well,
Then
no,
you
I
got
got it after you said it, but still, I got it
And
at
when
some
you are
point.
writing
You know.
for design or to sell something to a
Sorry.
larger market, you are writing.
You got
for
We got a
every
VC
person
screen
who
share
might
sometime.
open this
Yeah,
book.
most definitely.
And
What's
you know,
VC
at
screen?
first you think, okay, well, this should
Danny
be
says we got a
you know,
VC screen
translatable,
share sometime.
but it's very
definitely.
difficult because your
Yes,
goal
nobody
as a
here
designer
knows
when
what
you
that is.
publish is
Viet
to
Cong.
write something that is
Yes,
so
we got a
easy
Viet Cong screen
for
share.
anyone to pick up
Viet-
and write.
Treat it like it's
that's,
69.
That's your only goal is to make something
There will
simple,
always be a delay, but you can minimize it.
clean,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
easy.
I just
Typically,
can't figure
when
out how to get
whenever I
it
write
like.
something, I will write a first
I mean,
draft,
5 seconds.
and I
I'd be
go
happy
back
with
through
if
and
it was
I
like
go,
5 seconds.
Would a 13-year-old
frankly.
child understand
But,
how
you
to
know.
run this? And if they don't,
Sometimes
then I've
when,
done
like,
it wrong. So
during the
I'll
live
go
stream when
back
I'm trying to
and I'll
interact
edit
and,
I'll
like,
change. I'll make
it
sure
takes
the
a long
box
time for stuff
text
to come
is
back. It
something
gets a
that
little,
a
like,
13-year-old
frustrating.
could read.
Oh,
You
voice
know,
chat.
it's
VC. Oh,
constantly
okay.
going back
Yeah.
and
Of course,
simplifying,
voice
and
chat.
honestly,
Most
writing-
definitely. I knew
Writing for
100% what you
publishing is
meant
a lot more
right off the
akin to
bat.
writing
I didn't
technical
know.
manuals than it
God,
is
I'm a
beautiful
boomer.
story.
Say it. Go ahead.
Whereas as a dungeon master, your job is
Look,
to make
it's
that
okay. It's okay to be
story.
older.
So
I don't
that's
wanna
sort
be
of where
young
the
anymore.
differences come into play for me.
Youth is wasted on the
Ashley, I know
young.
You had a lot of thoughts.
Oh yeah, that's like the best thing
Celeste
I've
said
ever
everything so
heard. And
beautifully. It's
the
just
truest
yeah,
thing
It's
ever.
When-
it's true.
When we're DMing our own games, like I know
I
my
would
notes
like
for
my
a session
knees
are,
to
like,
feel a
I don't
lot
know,
better,
3
though.
lines of maybe this
That'd
will
be
happen,
awesome.
maybe this will happen.
What about your
and
nephews, Kat?
That's pretty much it. But when I
What
write
about
an
them?
adventure module, I
Well,
have
you.
to account
So
for
worried
all the
about
things
your
that
niece.
the
What about your
DM
nephews?
Doesn't know, like
Come on.
things that are obvious to me at my table would not be obvious to someone who's
Yeah,
you know,
I
running
got
the
Dad-
great.
version of my adventure.
Dad jokes on display
So
tonight,
you have to
boys.
account for all those things
Sorry.
that the dungeon master needs to know that we kind of
My-
make
my
assumptions
knee,
about when we're DMing. And of
oh
course,
God,
every
we're really
DM
not
is
going
different.
here. Yeah,
Some have
I'm going to.
pages and pages of
So my
of
knee
notes
was
and,
feeling good for like
lots
the
of
first
world
time in a
building.
few days
But for-
today, and I actually took off
Celeste
my knee
basically
brace.
said it. It's
Congratulations.
Now
it's a
you're
technical
regretting it.
document.
Now I'm regretting
So
it.
everything that a
Yeah, I
dungeon master
know.
needs to know to
Know how that goes.
I got all
play
excited and
out
started
that,
doing a lot more at work.
scenario
and
at their table is
my
what
helper
goes
was
into
like,
that
Never
"Stop!
do
document.
that.
Don't
So
pick
it's
stuff
not-
up." And like, no, I
think
got
they're
this.
quite different, to be
Carrying
honest.
stuff
I
around.
think that a great
Now I'm
DM
regretting
can,
it.
of course, be
Yeah.
a great
That's
writer
even
and vice
normal.
versa. But I
We are-
really
we are not
truly
21
believe that they are
anymore.
separate
No, we're not.
types
We're not
of
double
storytelling
21.
that,
Well,
of
I'm
course,
not
have
double
similar
21.
goals, but they're different.
I am,
individually.
I am double 21.
Justice,
You are
what about
not double 21 yet.
No,
I
I'm
think their
double
points were
20.
Really great. I would say for the first
I'm-
question, when are
I'm
you ready to make
close.
that leap? Right now, go for it. I mean,
No,
I
you're
take
not.
that back. I'm
you
like
should jump in
28.
and move
Don't
from
let them lie to
homebrew.
you.
The question is
Yes.
I mean,
said
Okay.
what do you
something
want
about
to
jumping in.
publish? And you can
About
take a
getting
small
stuff
piece
published.
of something you've written, maybe a variant rule, maybe a location location or a few NPCs, but take to the guild. I mean, it's the best thing about the DM's Guild is
You
that the
figure
barriers
these
to
guys would
entry
have
are
the
so
green
low.
screens.
You don't need to run
What's
a
that?
Kickstarter campaign.
You figure these
You
guys
don't
would
need
have
to,
green screens.
have a lawyer on hand.
Not everybody's cool as us.
You really just
I've learned to figure
focus
that
on
out.
the best
Well, at least
part of
3
it,
of
which
us.
is
Wells is,
writing
you know.
I was just about to
what
say,
you're
He's just
doing.
Wells.
Green screens
Right
is
now,
old
you're
news to
thinking,
Wells. He don't
I'm not
care.
good enough. My
No,
writing isn't
the
up
thing
to
the
par.
thing now is to
Well,
have
I
a
thought the same
fully
things when I
fully
got started.
realized
I still think them now.
background
You can
IRL.
do it. just
This
you
is
know.
I was
my
gonna say-
first
Yeah, we
green
talked
screen,
about
so
FOMO
I'm
really
still
being
thoroughly
real, but also
enjoying
that
it.
The
imposter
reason
syndrome.
Wells doesn't care about a green
Um,
screen is because he's
but
got
you mentioned like,
a
well,
freaking
what if someone
amazing
thinks, well, what if
background
my
in his
stuff isn't
house,
good
you
enough?
know.
Another great thing
So
about Dungeon
mine's
Master's
just
Guild is you can
boring.
publish
Listen,
something,
guys,
people
I
can
got
leave
a
feedback,
small little
and then you can
one-bedroom
update
apartment.
your
It's nothing
files, and that gets
Doesn't
spectacular.
make
pushed
it
into
that-
And
everyone's
I've
library,
just dealt
so they
with
just
green
automatically get that
screens
awesome,
since high
better
school,
version
and
that maybe they
used to have
help
a job as a
contribute
graphic designer and
to
video editor before coming
leveling
into
up,
insurance. And
which is
Yeah.
exciting for
I
them
just
as
don't
well.
have
And
the
again,
time
kind
for
of
the lighting
getting
and the
circling back
green
to that
screen,
community aspect.
setting up
Okay.
and tearing
I
out.
think
I
we
have
might
lights and
be
green
able to
screens
squeeze
my
in
basement. I
one more
don't
question.
use them, and I don't.
So the one I'm going to pick is from one GAT.
Jason,
one
you
Yes.
need to invite Danny
and
Orange
they
on.
are asking,
I
what
think he
advice
wants
would you
to
give
be
to
I
on.
someone
just
who wants to
noticed
hire
that.
artists for a project you want to
Danny,
sell on
let's
Dungeon Masters
see.
Guild?
I'm sending him an
And
invite.
if you actually recommend
Hold
working
That
with
man
like,
in
different
here.
resources
Bring
or
him.
like
Who's Kenny?
websites,
Why
which
not?
of those would
You got that headband on, bro.
recommend people check out?
You can't come if you don't have the headband on.
All right, Danny. It's
Danny,
inbound.
short shorts.
It's inbound.
Trying to be
Let's
polite.
see.
We're all too polite.
I am regretting my
I
costume.
nominated you.
Did this on Dragon Talk.
Greg, you can.
You go first.
They got
You can, like-
fiber and chain, Greg.
Yeah, you want? Yeah, do you want to take a five
No,
spot?
it's
I
okay.
mean, we're gonna be doing this
She's
for a
gonna
while
come
yet.
back in her Princess Leia costume. She's
People
gonna
who-
be
I'm not
like,
putting on a different
So, peruse the D&D tags.
Yeah, if I'm coming back, I'm coming back in a
house
house coat and slippers. Screw you guys.
You can pay artists what they're
Dude,
worth. Art
do you want
is
me
an
to
important
X
skill,
out
just
and
like
then
writing,
come back in
sometimes
afterwards?
artists
Or...
are
No,
undervalued.
you can just leave it open, Gray. Just leave it open.
Like
I will
ours.
do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
I'm gonna get ready to bring Danny on.
Just have open lines
just
of
gotta
communication
find
and
him
be
on
clear
Discord.
with what you're
I love
hoping to
Greg.
get
She's
out of the
funny.
There we go.
collaboration. And I think it's really great when you can find an artist that you really gel
there
with
another
and
panel after
maybe
this,
build a
like,
partnership and
political correct
collaborate
panel?
on
This
future
is
projects.
political
But
correct
it
panel.
doesn't
What
have
are
to
you
be out of reach. I think that
Is this
budget,
that bad?
can be a factor,
oh,
but
share
that
screen.
doesn't have to deter you from
Yeah,
reaching out
there's
to artists.
one
There's
more
lots of
after
ways
this,
that
and
you
it's a
can
live play, so
split
we can
royalties
really
or
we
find other
don't have
ways
to pay
that,
too much
work
attention
for
to it. We can
everyone.
just talk. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
I would say,
I was gonna say, am I supposed to be
yes,
paying attention? Like,
Well, I was. I was really looking forward to this
it is
panel.
hard.
Thanks, guys.
Bro, I was just
Get
gonna
these
watch
artists
If we
parts.
could go back through some of that stuff
always have to
that you were sharing
compromise with
earlier,
because
Jason, like
paying artists
D&D
what's
related
their-
stuff, like
what
the
they
new
are worth
classes that are
is
coming out, the
different
new
for
sub,
every
all
We'll
that
do
stuff.
that.
That'd be
We'll
cool.
go back. We'll go back to that
out there.
during the live play.
Learn
So,
what the different licenses
Danny,
are for how you can
there
use
is the Zoom
really
link I
even
set
just
to
a
you
quick
in
Google
Discord. So
certification
take a look
on
for that.
Creative Commons and what these are and what they mean.
Lisa,
Do
you want to come
avoid
on? Let's get everybody on here. Lisa, you want to come on?
Right.
use. And then also
load it
just
up.
keep
I can
your
fit
eyes out
42
there.
people
There
in this
are
room.
lots of
42
amazing
people. Bring
collections
everybody
of
in
art
here.
that
We'll just
the
load it up.
guild
Let's just
folks
bring the
can
chat.
use.
Let
the whole chat.
come on in.
Have assembled
Just
these
put the link in the
incredible
chat. Screw it. Here we go.
Patreons
Put the
where
link in
usually,
the
you know,
chat.
you
Link in the
pay
chat.
Jump in
fee
here.
and you just give some credit.
But
and
nobody
you get
better
access
not
to
have a
wealth of,
Lilu in their
images that you
background.
can
Oh,
use
sorry.
in
Let me move
all
that over here.
general
All your
fantasy
paradise.
images that really help you make your
Very
All right.
product. So just
Link
do
is
your
in the
research,
chat.
Get out there.
Everybody, come on in.
Bring them on in. Yes.
Bring them in. Bring them
I'm
in.
excited.
Oh, wait a minute. I cut the stream. Oops. Sorry.
Oh, bring the string back.
I'm going to bring it back. Hold on. It's coming. All right. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Where were we? D&D2020.com. Okay. Don't look at my Pornhub login.
Yeah, don't do that.
No. There we go. D&D Celebration Begin Quest. There's the map screen. Watch. There we go.
Significantly less.
There we go.
for.
We're back to Justin.
I would say if you're going to
There
reach
we go.
out to artists to talk to them,
Not right now,
don't-
thanks so. That's okay,
don't try
Lise.
to negotiate an artist
fine.
down. Don't try to talk about exposure with them. Ask them.
Yeah,
what their rates
exposure
are.
is
Be
not
clear with them about
a proper
how
payment
much you
method.
have to offer and what you're looking
Seriously.
for. And if that's
For
not
artists.
enough, move on to a different
Unless
artist or
you're
try
going
to
No,
find
nobody
a
can
different,
pay their
way
bills with
to
exposure.
get that art. There are
You know?
Google Images has a filter, so you can go
Ah,
based off
depends.
usage rights.
What?
And you can look for royalty-free art, go in and then confirm that is
Cat
in fact
froze.
royalty-free art.
Cat's frozen?
There are Patreons who
That's
the artists
a
will
shame.
grant you a free license for maps.
All right, Danny
and,
Orange is
art,
entered the waiting room.
to use in your products, and also if you're willing to do the hunt
Should
on
be
an art
admitted.
station, you can look for a piece
All right,
that's
let
already
me,
been completed,
Danny,
and then
what's
reach out to
good,
that
buddy?
artist and say, hey, I know you did this for a daily sketch a
wrong
few
with
years
that,
ago.
man. What's
it's
going
actually
on,
perfect
Danny?
for
How you
something
doing,
I'm
man?
writing. Can I license this piece
I was
from
on
you?
this
And if
message.
so, how much would you like for it? I think those are all other ways you can go about doing the
Jason, you can
traditional
pause cast video
start
too,
from
so you're
scratch.
not frozen
That is some
Doing
great
well.
advice, both in terms of etiquette,
What do you want me to do? Pause
reaching
it?
out to artists,
Okay.
but
Yeah, if you wanna
also
pay the
other like
ellipses.
resources
Yeah,
and
just,
ways to find art.
making sure my audio was
Panelists,
working.
thank you all so much
What's up,
for
y'all?
sharing your
What's up,
resources
What's going on,
with
Danny, man?
us.
How you doing?
We're going to go in backwards
I'm good,
order
I'm
and do some
good. How are y'all?
outros. Let folks know where
Doing
they
all
can
right, man.
find you on the interwebs.
Enjoying this
Gonna-
Friday
and if
night,
there's anything
talking
you're
about
working
some
on, we'll start with
D&D
Justice.
stuff.
Sort
Talking over
No,
the
I'm
people
first.
Talking
talking
over
about
D&D stuff, but
My
hey,
name is
Right.
Justice Orman.
you know what?
can
It's always
find me
about the
at
hangout, though,
Twitter,
you know?
at Justice
Yeah, absolutely.
Orman, or at my
This
website,
this one, let's see,
www.justice-orman.com.
10:57. So this is probably getting ready to end, but that's
I'm
when we can
always
really
pretty active on
talk over
Twitter.
some
I
live
post,
play.
I'll play warm-ups on
If
Fridays
anybody's
and stuff.
interested in taking a
and
look
then
at this,
I'm
though,
working
it
on
is
a
going to
few
be up on
box sets
D&D
with
Celebration. I'm probably going to go back and take a look at it, but
and, some a Kickstarter that's
seeing as how,
going
you know,
live
it's
next
this
month,
time of night,
called Nazi
it's
Dracula
kind of
Must
hard to
Die,
pay
which should be a
attention.
lot of fun.
I would bring Kat back in.
Yeah, that sounds
Or-
awesome. Celeste.
Let's see.
Yeah,
it coming back
hey,
in?
Once again, my name is Celeste
You can put on
Konowich.
the video
The
when you
best
go.
way
Okay,
to keep up
great.
with me is to follow me on Twitter at @ckonowich. But if you want to
So-
see the full catalog of everything
Ah,
I
come
have
on.
written, everything I am streaming,
Sorry, that's just
everything
on my
I'm
end.
broadcasting, check out my website, celestekonowich.com.
Celeste
You can always
Konowich.
check me out running.
I was already wearing the headband.
Were you?
Do
You come equipped with the headband, Danny?
Well, I was thinking about streaming.
Also, I hope
Oh.
you all are enjoying Rhyme of the Frost.
So what do you,
you can
I have
buy
not
that, preferably
caught
at
any of your
local
streams,
game
buddy.
stores.
That's not because
Let's
I'm a
do
bad.
that.
That's not because I'm a bad person.
Great,
No,
thank you.
just
no,
'cause,
no,
you
I
know.
just do like retro
Don't forget
gaming, like a
to,
lot of Nintendo stuff.
register to
Oh,
vote.
nice.
Thank you, everyone.
Sweet, man.
Yes.
Do you
Actually,
emulators or
Yeah,
you
I've been
Minecraft?
Ashley Warren. You
Well, it's-
can
yeah,
connect
it's
with
all
me on Twitter
emulators.
at Ashley
I've got
Annie
a
Warren, and I would like
GameCube,
to
Game
invite
Boy
you to join
Advance,
the RPG
SNES,
Writer
and
Workshop, where we cover pretty much everything we talked about
N64.
tonight, and then
Sweet.
some. Our next Write
got
Your
a,
First
um,
Adventure Workshop,
got
And a lot of
is
fan
in
games and
November.
stuff, too.
So if you go to rpgwriterworkshop.com,
I got a,
you can check out our
fan-made games?
open
What do you mean
courses that
fan-made?
are open now.
Yeah, like
and
yeah.
find
Like I
out
got a
about
game that's
our
like yeah.
upcoming workshop. It's always a lot of fun.
There's a
We had
Waluigi game
4,000
I've
I
got.
remember like
participating in the
old,
July workshop,
old
so we have an
computers like
awesome
they
and
had
active
the,
community.
I'm sure they have them
so
still
we
now,
hope
but
you
like
consider
I
joining.
remember like from my
And
childhood
my personal
being go
website
on there
is
and build your own
scribemind.com.
game
The
in
word
a
scribe and mind
PC
smushed
program.
together to
And it's just like
be one
Doom style
cool
graphics,
website.
you know what I mean?
And that's where you can
Just
find all my
like-
personal
or
projects
even, you know,
and my blog and my Patreon.
Bomberman style
things that
graphic, you know,
I
just
try to
2D
find
just
time to
going
do.
around navigating
Thank
blocks.
you
But it was
again,
fun, man.
everybody.
It was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
I've
yeah.
been Lisa
Those
Penrose.
graphics
I'm your
were great
brand
back
manager
then.
over at Dungeon Masters Guild.
Oh.
Follow
I
us
actually just started
on
this game that
Facebook,
I actually
Instagram,
used to
and
play for a
Twitter
long
at
time, and I was gonna holler at Jason about it at some
But I
point because it's
think,
very much
coming
like
up next
it's kind.
is
It has almost like a
acquisitions
D&D
that can
type of feel. Like
incorporate
it's like
so
you make your own
everybody
characters.
stick around
The
for that.
classes
It's
are
going
very
to
much
be,
like
I'm
it started
sure,
as like fighter,
hilarious
mage, and
and
rogue,
wild.
but now there's like priests and
Thank you,
necromancers and
everyone. Thank you.
different
And
there's
join us at D&D
bards and stuff like that.
Celebration.
But it's
Was it
I
a?
mean it's
You said that was a fan made one?
this
Or
is
is that
like
a-
it's like a dude's personal project. It's based on Ultima. I don't know
Oh,
if you
okay. Yeah. No, I remember Ultima.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's just like an MMORPG that he made around that style, and it's got like different races you can pick and stuff like D&D, and it's a lot about like making your character, and then you just go around and grind, and you can do it solo, but like it's a lot funner with other people, and it's free to download. So I was like, dude, I gotta start streaming this so I can maybe get some of the some of the crew involved because it's a lot funner when you get a party going.
Well, that's awesome,
I'd
man.
be more than interested to see what's going on with that.
Yeah, holler
Yeah.
at me. I think I have some of you in my Discord already, so
Yep.
I've been sharing it.
Yeah, I'm there.
My a friend of mine, we used to do medieval camping, and a friend of mine had a program where he could make games on his computer, and he did a Zelda style overhead top-down view game of like our campaign. That it was pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
It was, dude,
That's
it was
almost what it's
awesome.
like. That's almost what this game is like, because it's like tile based.
Uh-huh.
And it's very much like 32 by 32 tiles with like your avatars like click, 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 moves around like proxy style. Yeah, so it's like, but it has like the text at the bottom, so it's almost like the old school like text-based adventures, but you also can see what you're doing. It's
I would prefer
very
that, though,
retro.
because I've played like the Neverwinter game, which is based. It's from Wizards of the Coast, I'm pretty sure, and it's
Yeah.
an online, game, and it's just. I don't know, man. Like I just feel like it's like the same issues I have with Skyrim's online. Like it's just like I'm going there, I'm spamming the button until they're done talking, and then I'm just going to another person to do the same exact thing over and over. Right.
Baldur's Gate 3 looks really good though. Like if we're like that that looks like the best representation of Dungeons and Dragons in a game that I've ever seen. Because in the game, you actually roll dice, like for your characters to do stuff. So it's like pretty cool. It's different than all the other Baldur's Gates that I've seen.
I had a rule after I played these games, especially Skyrim came out, and I told you guys about my first D&D experience that I would never play D&D again because my thing was, well, I play D&D when I could just go on the sticks, play Skyrim, and I don't have to imagine anything. I just go and slice a guy and shoot through fire. But that was a horrible way of thinking.
Almost for me, it's the complete opposite because I would play games like Skyrim and The Witcher and get frustrated that, like, oh man, I wish I could go and do this or like interact with the game this way. And then I had an opportunity to play D&D with somebody prior to my game with Jason, and I saw the potential in it, but it just wasn't executed well, right? And it wasn't the guy's fault, it wasn't anybody's. It was just like the campaign fell apart. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. That's what D&D is. But then when I had an actual opportunity to come and play with you guys and see the way Jason runs the campaign,
I played like probably three. I've played maybe 3 actual campaigns of D&D in my life, and that's how it's gone. Like the character creation session was amazing. We all had a blast, and then we played it like 3 or 4 more times tops, and then it just fizzled out. So,
That happens a lot. Like,
happens a little too much, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it happened a lot more. I think now with like the advent of online playing, like you stand a better chance of being able to continue it. But like, I can't tell you how many campaigns I've had that have gone like 1 or 2 or 3 games, and it's like, yeah, and all of a sudden it just like falls apart. But it's nice when you get something.
Your tank gets called into work that night.
Yeah. Real life gets in the way. And the funny thing is, like, the bigger your camp, like the bigger your group gets, the more chance there is of that happening. It's like I've never been opposed to running like a 1 or 2 person campaign, just because that way there's like less people, you know.
We're all over. We're spread out in different states and across the country. I thought there was no way we were going to find like that. We were like, hey, we'll find a day we can all pick, and I thought that was going to be impossible.
That makes it easier, actually, than trying to find people right close to you that can be at the same time. You have like a million other people, so it's I think it's significant.
Well, it wasn't like we were, put up an ad to like start a D&D thing either. Like, me, Cap, Jason, and Gray, we, joined the trivia contest with the Denim Nerds. You know what I mean? And
Technically, Gray turned us down first.
Yeah, she did.
I did not.
No, she didn't turn you down. I was way late in coming in, and I didn't think I was going to be let in because Gray was there. I thought she was Gray blocking me.
Yeah, I never used to check Discord. I'm new to it with COVID. Pretty much, I only used to get on it like once a week. And so
that's really the truth of it. Is like when that all started, it was like right when COVID started, and it was just like a good opportunity for especially the 4 of us just to be like, hey, new friends. Let's we just started talking more, and then hey, Jason's a DM. I'm interested in playing some D&D. What about you guys? And it worked, and I brought in my buddy Zach, and Gray ended up bringing her friend Lisa in, and it's just been a blast. Honestly, it's my highlight of my week.
And eventually we're going to bring everybody in, and we're going to have a giant mega game. No,
well,
that's too
we're
much.
making a game for kids.
Yes.
To grow up wanting to play.
I love that idea, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I trust you with control of the stream for like 5 minutes while I go and pee and refill my water? Because don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, like, I really can't. I don't trust any of you people, but I trust you enough being in other states. Yeah, make sure you guys hydrate. We're an hour and a half into the second stream. We're getting ready to start the Acquisitions Incorporated live stream. We're gonna talk BS, probably talk over this. If we lose track of this, maybe jump back in the map, take a look at some of the other stuff. Go explore Icewind Dale. If you, ladies and gentlemen, feel like it, we can bring that up. Danny, do you have D&D Celebration 2020 up, where you can take a look at that? Well, not the YouTube stream, but the website, because we'll probably go back to the map in a little bit.
You know what? I hadn't done that. Let me.
Okay, we'll just bring that up. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's in the chat. if anybody wants to follow along with the map, if they can't see it on the screen. And I'm gonna pee, drink some water. You guys BS. We'll be back in a few minutes. Take care. Don't give me shadow banned.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, everybody make sure you hydrate, educate, do all the things you need to do. Let's do this thing now. No, I was just going to say, like, when you guys first started talking D&D, just to be real with you, I was thinking in my mind,
Bunch of nerds.
No, I'm a nerd, but I just like the first experience playing D&D. That was the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. And I was like, man, I'm not doing it. But then I saw how excited you guys were. I'm like,
joining us today,
man,
as always,
I don't want to be the guy to say no. And I'm so glad I wasn't the guy to say no.
Oh, hello.
Me too. Dude,
We
having a
also
campaign
have
with you, and it's been a
returning
blast.
to
But like,
the acting table,
just the thought of
Anna
having an
Prosser
opportunity
as
again, because I had
Evelyn
like just
Marthane.
completely wrote off the chance of playing D&D
Also,
after that
returning
first
to the
experience,
acting
right?
stage
And then I was like, wait, this seems like
here
it could be a
in
fun
our homes,
group, and like just the thought of
WWE
playing in
superstar
a sandbox, open sandbox game in your mind, where you're only
Down Deep.
limited by
Ready to
your
roll nothing but
stats,
20s today,
right?
so.
And like what's
Bobby
realistically
Zimmerowski.
possible within the
We
rules
also,
of the
of
game.
course, have
Other than that,
Prohulo
have at it,
as the
Hoss. Whatever you can
world-renowned
think of and
Jim
actually roll and
Darkman.
pull off, you can do. And that to me is
It's in.
just wild.
Hey,
It's
everybody.
Growing up playing
interactive.
video
Returning
games,
to the
you
table
just
is Holly
develop the
Conrad
mindset of
as
being
our
stuck
favorite
to a
trash
narrative, being
witch.
stuck to a script. And I'll be honest, I had an experience recently. I tried playing with a different DM, and it was just not to crap all over somebody or anything, but it was just very on the rails, word for word, what's coming out of the page. And I understand for like some newer DMs why that would happen, but like with Jason especially, it just is a completely different experience. And that's why this time is lasting so long and is so enjoyable for each one of us that we play each and every week. You know what I mean? It's just it's immersive. You're a part of the story. You're changing the story every single time you start
The story.
campaign.
That's
And
what's
that's
really
the
about.
most important part. You know what I mean? Like that's what I sit here throughout the entire week theory crafting of what's actually going on. What can we do when we start our next session? What are we gonna go and try to accomplish first? You know what I mean? Like these are things that like I just have fun thinking about all week when I'm sitting there at my boring job as an insurance salesman. You know what I mean? So it keeps me going, man, and I never thought I'd be in the position to say this is going to be my highlight of my week playing some D&D.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it
Oh,
really
you
has
feel
become-
nerdy? You feel extra nerdy?
Oh yeah, man.
Is it-
No,
but like I
try
get
to
you,
I
'cause-
try to explain to some friends, and they look at me like, "What, dude? Like,
Right.
when did you get into that type of?" I'm like, "Listen, man, don't."
Because I get you. I grew up
with
with video games too, and I was like, I don't know if I want to take that next step into like doing the sitting around in the basement and But when as I got a little older, I got this real like appreciation for stories and storytelling, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's not just like a game; it's interactive storytelling with your friends, where like you are all the characters, so you don't know exactly where the story is going to go because you're literally crafting it as you go, and not everybody can. I mean,
gotcha.
Yeah, well, hold on.
Gotta
real
give
quick.
props
Good
to the
night,
good
Flash, man.
DMs, 'cause
Have
you could be
yourself a great evening. We'll
Oh, yeah,
catch
yeah.
up with you tomorrow for sure. But yeah, man, like each experience is going to be different based on the DM, and like I got to give credit where credit due. Like Jason excels in that arena, in that aspect of the game. It's just
awesome.
like the narrative is multi-layered. Literally, like the second or third, time we're playing the campaign, you'll see Zach here in the chat. We got mind fucked, man. Like just straight up M Night Shyamalan twist. Like our second or third time sitting down at the table. And we're just sitting like, what the hell just happened? And it wasn't like we couldn't understand what happened. We just couldn't believe what just happened. We're like, oh my God, like, how did you set that up so perfectly and like that? It's just
about this
storytelling at all is like an art. Not everybody can do it well, and then to add the other element of like you don't know what your characters are necessarily going to do. That's
well, think about it this way.
Definitely got to give props to that.
He has what he's going to be doing and what he wants to do, or at least planning to do. But then, especially with our campaign, he's got 5 individuals constantly changing the course, and you have to, think on the fly of how does that affect it. And with the campaign we're playing with, there's so many other moving pieces. It's like Game of Thrones, man. Like,
one of those characters might be a goblin.
I also like it because I was never active. I didn't play any sports. I'm a super klutz. And this kind of stuff is like something that you can be good at, even though you're not like physically good at anything. You're like, I don't know.
Well, Jason was actually touching on this earlier in the first stream, where where we could sit down and we might be overly educated one night and
like an
might
extreme
forget
makeover type of thing
till after it's been too late. Like, oh no, I forgot my character was going to do this or this or this. As long as it's like within reason and like there's a reason behind it, like if our characters have high intelligence, just because we might not do something, we might not be able to figure out
make sure there's a lot of reclaimed
problem or the course we have to get through. Our characters might, you know what I mean? Their intelligence, they might have a 15, 16 intelligence. They know what the hell they're talking about. They might know these things just because we don't.
You can't just go around eating pies like you don't know.
So that's an interesting aspect of it too. And it's like Jason said earlier, if your character is strong and he has to go make a strength check, it's not like you have to go and break down doors.
I'm so new. I guess there's still names that I don't know. Who's
it's your
we have also
character.
other great players like Zach and Lisa. Everybody's like amazing players, and we all get along pretty good. We don't get along with your team.
Lisa has tons of experience. I wouldn't compare that. Every time, like when you first brought Lisa in, I got nervous. Nervous because I was like, oh my goodness, like I gotta be on my toes. She knows what she's doing and what she's talking about. Like it was just like intimidating, almost like an intimidating presence, almost like you're in like Dragon Ball Z and you feel their force coming at you. You know what I mean? That like Lisa just came in looking humble as hell, but I felt that force exert. I'm like, oh my gosh, especially now with recent events of the campaign, you're like. She's a little cutthroat. Little cutthroat there, Lisa.
We have an awesome group to begin with.
Okay.
We definitely did.
Every seat is a front row seat, right?
And these guys carry.
I was the note taker before that, and I'm not the best note taker in the world. She is so detail oriented. It's just ridiculous, man. Honestly,
and she looks at you, Bobby, and
I came in not knowing what I was doing at all. Still don't know what I'm doing. But I got this group. They definitely take care of me. We had a situation. It wasn't quite as crazy as Zach's and Wells, but me and Zach, we basically saw our team get killed in front of us. They happened to be they were polymorphs, I believe, but we didn't know that at first. In my mind, I'm thinking like, I hope he knows what he's going to do because I'm scared. I don't know where to go. How are we going to get him back? Who do we talk to?
I'd be PO'd if my character was actually dead.
Yeah, we saw it first after we saw Luther and Lakefield, and I'm like, oh, they got caught. Like, what are we gonna do? Because we split up. He had us get out the Zoom. We went in our own, So he's there a while. So as soon as he comes back, he throws out these other bodies, and they were with them. So I'm like, man, they got caught. They got killed. They tried to fight, didn't work out. I was so scared. My heart, even thinking about it, just dropped right now because I was literally out in that crowd and I saw this and I was about to back up and run.
That's when you know you're in something special. Like that's when you know you're in the right campaign. When you're actually having your heart drop and you're actually like getting emotionally attached, not just to the characters but to the story and like not just your character but the other people's characters too. Because you saw us dead up there, you're like, oh no, man, like that's what you like, you know what I mean? Like that's when you know you're playing with some stakes and it makes the game that much more enjoyable. You know what I mean? When it actually matters and it's not just like, all right, I'm showing up. Clocking in, you know what I mean? I'm going to sit here and listen for an hour and a half while the guy reads something from a book at me. It needs to be more interactive.
Yeah, it's worried too much. Everything's fine. It's fine. No, that's kind of the nice thing. That's one of the really nice things about going virtual is that like the stuff that we pulled with dropping people out and pulling people back in, like there really is no way of knowing what's going on with the other people. And back in the day, and at the table,
this whole team.
What's that?
If it wasn't
Well, yeah,
virtual.
that
It
too.
wouldn't be this team if it wasn't virtual.
Right, but like actually within like the game mechanics, like I can drop some of you out and keep some of you in. Where like if we were all together at a table, I can't. There's no like you know what's going on. You used to, yeah, you used to. I used to be able to do that, but then everybody's still listening to the door and stuff like that. I would send people to different rooms, but it's not the same. But here, like you are completely cut off. Yeah.
You can play music and I mean like all kinds of different things for the virtual.
It's interesting too because like we have the Zoom, but then like if people have to drop out, they go into the Discord, and it's just like it's almost like sitting there and just like the suspense of it all, like waiting like what's going on with the other party. You know what I mean? Like and then Jason pops back and he's like, okay, well and it's your guys' turn now, and this. It's like, but what's going on with them, man? Like,
yeah.
No, it's pretty nuts, man. Like, there's definitely some downsides to the whole virtual gaming experience. Technical issues can be a serious thing before we invested in Zoom.
Oh, Zoom's been a game changer.
I love Zoom.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's free, it's not worth it. We should be afraid to walk the streets of my city? It's going to make it unenjoyable for anybody.
Well, it took like half our time every session.
More than half,
like
because
half
it would just,
of it.
as soon as somebody or everybody would be okay, just wait another 5-10 minutes, somebody's gonna mess up, and it just keeps.
I feel like that's why we talk for like 2 hours.
It looks like the
yeah.
you remember we actually play.
That's the other thing. Yeah, the sessions technically start at 6. We end up rolling dice like 7-10.
Later sometimes.
Yeah. I was like, how do you play for 5 hours? Well, we don't really play for 5 hours. We play for like 3. Like sometimes we do, but yeah. Well, there's a lot of talking, but we always talk. I like the idea of. I think we should at some point do put a live play on the channel just so people can see it, and then I think it would be good. I don't know. What do you think, Danny? Would you be interested in seeing something like that if we did if we put it on the channel, did a live play? Yeah.
So here's the thing, like
I'm not gonna lie. I keep coming by the channel and thinking that's what I'm gonna see.
Oh yeah, I mean we've been hesitant. I mean I don't know. There's a certain there's a leap that everybody has to be in. Has to be in agreement to do that, and like there's a little bit of now. I mean they're not always like we're not superstars or anything. So I mean it's like there's this concern that you're gonna get on there and you're gonna like some of the stupid stuff that happens. You're worried about like people seeing and stuff, but. Really, generally speaking, the sessions run really smoothly. So I mean, I don't think there'd be. I mean, we'd have to talk to Lisa and Zach, but I don't think anybody here is like opposed to putting it on the channel. So I mean, but I think it would be fun. Like I've seen a lot of people do it, and the sessions are a lot clunkier than ours, and they put it online. So I mean, we'd have to talk to Lisa and Zach, but I'm up for it.
Yeah, you got usurped.
So.
Maybe even one day if like they don't want to do it, they don't have to have their video up or something.
Yeah.
It would just be cool.
Also, you could do a demo session that we could just use our characters and you could run a little mini campaign.
Oh, like a one shot. Yeah, we could do that.
Like, oh, we knew each other from here for like, we can do this one little mini campaign for anybody.
Oh, we can go to Icewind Dale.
We could do that. Instead of actually like playing our regular campaign, we could do Icewind Dale campaign.
I was
or
gonna ask
Ravenloft.
if we could do some Icewind Dale. That's
Yeah.
actually-
Oh, the book's fantastic. I mean, like I'm hesitant about showing you guys too much of it, but like it really is. It's dense. It's really a good book. No, it's not gonna stay the same. No. No, I was looking through there. I was like, oh, I would change this. I would do that, and like, but it's set up like it's broken down into chapters, and I'm gonna do a whole video on it. I just wanted to like sort of dissect it before I did it, but it's broken down into chapters, and the first chapter alone we could spend weeks on. Like, there's enough information in there, going around to 10 towns, solving different like mini quests. Like you could.
Are there any card games?
There will be.
Well, we before COVID started, I had my kid 24/7, and I first started DMing a game when somebody couldn't show up, and
we should take you home.
Yeah, but
And instead of losing the whole session where everybody had to go home, I would just do like this little mini. It wouldn't even be like a whole chapter or anything. It was really just find this treasure in this little spot, you know, and defeat the bad guys, just so everybody could still get together and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or lower. I mean, let's
Yeah, and sometimes those small sessions are really fun and fulfilling, you know? Like, sometimes you just want to get on and do a little something and get off. Like, I like the longer form campaigns, but there's a lot of people that want to just sort of jump on, play this one thing, and then move on to the next thing. Zach says, can I play the 3 kobolds in a trench coat on the one-shot? Yes. Yes, you can.
I would love to see that.
This is something that actually just popped up, and I was thinking about it the last couple of days, and this is the first time I'm going to say this. It's going to be crazy for me to say this out loud, but I made this decision.
Scotty Summers.
I forgot. We play. No.
Okay.
I'm going to say that for a week. we play on Mondays. You guys know I'm a huge football fan, and I have a tattoo of the Buffalo Bills on my arm. So we played during Monday Night Football, and I thought to myself when football came, I thought a while ago, but by that time I thought I'd already be out the campaign. You know? Now I was like, well, if football comes on, what am I going to do? I'd rather play.
Yeah.
I skipped football last week. That was like the first time in 20 years, maybe.
That I know you, Cap. That is a strong statement, buddy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can't promise you guys that when the Bills are on Monday, I'll skip that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I thought that's what you meant. Oh, now I'm not so impressed.
The sport in general. You put 22 monkeys on the screen and let them play football, I'm watching.
Cap, I think it's racist.
It might be, but I'm watching.
Okay.
How did he meant actual monkeys?
Oh no, it's.
I mean, I don't care who's on the field. I'm watching it.
No. So Lisa brings up, Zach, did you see the Extra Life shirt? It has those on it. So I'm gonna pop out of this real quick, just to show you guys the marketplace, and this is for Zach. We're gonna take a look at the marketplace real quick here, and since that's up and we don't have any background noise, of course I'm going to throw some music on. Oh,
My jam.
yeah, I'll play your jam, Gray. This Gray's jam.
I like it too.
I know, I like it too. There's a whole story behind that, but yeah. But okay, so we're gonna take a look here in the marketplace. Right here, let's see, where is it? Extra Life, purchase exclusive D&D Extra Life apparel. So this right here is what Zach was talking about. Right here, we got the 3 kobolds in a parka shirt. I don't know if everybody can see that. That's it's sort of become a little bit of a thing now with Icewind Dale. I don't have my book down here, but the joke was that you could, because everybody is so like covered up in Icewind Dale that the anybody you meet could be like 3 kobolds in a parka, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? And there's like tanks. That's me. I was a model for this one. I don't know if you can tell the guns. Those are my guns. You know, I'm just saying that's me modeling that. But I definitely want to get the hoodie. The hoodie looks badass.
Oh.
Lucas Tech Venger.
Hi, Lucas.
What up, Lucas? How's it going, bud? Good to see you for the second half of tonight.
Then I want
So-
to play a goblin if he gets to play the 3 kobolds.
If you want, I mean, is he gonna freeze your little butt off?
Old Daddy
Are we-
Shine like that.
I'll be a goblin in a coat.
Are we both gonna be goblins then?
Yeah, because Danny's gonna be a goblin.
I
too.
already have a goblin like
I got
voice already played out.
All right.
That's what
Hold
I
on a
do.
second.
That's my whole thing.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. We're gonna pause the music. Gray.
I like doing role playing. I like doing I get into my character. I do like a whole like voice acting thing. That's what's fun for me.
I'm not good at it at all. I just came up with it last week, so yours
I like
trumps
it.
mine.
No, you're gonna be good.
All right. So I stopped the music just for this, because now we need a goblin off. There's a goblin off. We're gonna let Danny go first. Danny, on the count of 3, I want your best goblin voice. 1, 2, Trace. You're on the spot, sir.
This is my best goblin voice. Welcome to the
Smeagol.
I'm not sure it's
Smeagol's not a goblin.
it's exactly Smeagol.
No.
All right, hold
No,
on.
it was good though. No.
Hold on, I can be a different goblin. This is fine. I can be a goblin.
I
Maybe
like
there's
that
a little
one.
bit of an accent as well, but I don't know.
I love it. I love it.
I'm not a fan of books. I don't really read.
Books.
I'm not sure what this food is because I don't eat anything that grows from the ground.
All right, great. It's time for your goblin voice.
You got Greg.
What you
It's
got?
hard to go. It's hard to embody a character like
Without seeing the character and like.
I'm gonna take a second to think about what this goblin is.
Sure. Where does this goblin come from? What is it? What's this goblin's motivation?
It's literally. I mean, it's so cliche, but that's what you have to do.
My goblin was just gonna grow. He's just gonna be like, I don't know words. Banana.
I don't trust things that are written down.
No,
Old guy accents again.
And he's gonna talk with his hands. No.
Yeah.
Why don't we just happen to both be like rogue goblins who are like traveling together? That's how we
And
meet
you're
the
the
team.
smart goblin, and I just like.
Neither of us trust the written word.
That's a comedy duo. I would let neither one of you on a boat together. Like, no, you're not allowed to come on. Like,
I clean.
I definitely feel like if they're going to be goblins,
I clean poop.
it's only right if I'm a warlock.
I've done it too many times though, honestly. Like I would be down to do something different.
Cab, you want to be that? What we call it? Barbariolock.
Barbarolock.
Barbarolock. Yeah, the barbarian warlock.
Barbarian with some locks. Yep.
A barbarian with locks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't trust the runes that he has tattooed on his skin.
Let's see. Why would I have to have a different voice for each kobold? No, just for the one up top. Just for the one speaking. I never trust voices that come out of my belly unless they say feed me.
Different voices, or it's not.
Feed me. Feed me.
No.
Remake.
Smeagol. What is it, guys, Smeagol? Master Trixie! The bad man, the hobbit tricks us! Filthy Trixie hobbits!
Good impression.
What's that?
That was fun.
Oh my goodness.
From me! No! Fools! Master Trixie! Taters press swimming.
Take the ring.
Swimming pool is nice and cool.
Oh, dueling Smeagol's. Oh yeah. Lisa, are they identical triplets? Yes. So they would all sound the same. They're gonna be triplet kobolds. All right. Sorry, it's a nice little diversion, but anyway, that's the marketplace there. So this is just jump back. Oh, okay. Jump back to not paying attention to the live stream. Yes.
I don't have to.
Yeah. Jeremy Crawford, from what I understand, is a heck of a DM. But, you know. This, by the way, I should probably mention that PAX is going on right now. And this stream is a dual stream with PAX. PAX is another. Look at the vapors.
I'm looking at a
Sorry. Yeah, I moved back. I was thinking of just modeling them after Three Stooges. Hey, Cobalt! No. Oh, Weisenheimer, huh?
Wise guy.
Yeah, Weisenheimer. My goodness. Now we're going off the rails. Hey,
I like
so,
that accent for a goblin, actually.
yeah, you know how I love having multiple characters in a scene, but switching back from like anybody who was in the all the players will know this, the scene where we had like the giant meeting of the resistance. That I wanted to do more, but like the 12 voices that I had to do in a row to bounce back and forth was exciting. It was hard to keep track of all of them.
I don't know how you do that.
that particular stream was rough.
One thing that I like to do actually a little bit more than just being a regular part of a party member is I like kind of working with the DM and just like being some of those side characters instead.
Danny,
Yeah.
DM me because I've had some ideas for that. Like, I would love that. I would like to have like a not necessarily like the NPC man, like where I could like yeah, buddy. I'm about that NPC life, dog.
That would help us more to get different voices and stuff.
After Jim vanishes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Cap, like you're doing Burke's thing too. I've already talked to Burke about that. I'm gonna be the NPCs on his end.
I gotta get back with him, man. Because
I mean,
yeah, I'm about to join like 2 weeks.
Lisa says, "Viva la résistance." Yeah. It's too bad you guys never got to meet René Laud. René Laud was a proper Frenchman. He was quite fresh.
The little big book of Lathander.
But he died in an explosion. Rest in peace, René Laud.
My warlock in my last game just passed away.
Oh no!
Yeah, we're starting a new campaign, so I have to make a new one.
How did he die? Or she?
She touched something she shouldn't have because that's what she does. I was the one who touched everything and had every spell go off on her.
Yeah.
Fell off every cliff.
I am Groot. I am
Yeah.
Groot. Yeah.
If
Look out every window.
I did fall down a bunch of staircase, but I finally died from it.
Man, how bad did you roll to die from falling down a staircase?
No, all of our characters were good. The campaign ended.
Oh. Brrr. 43 flights later. Roll 16d6 of fall damage.
I think it's gonna really hurt if I lose this character.
You know, that I like that, Cap. I like that thought because a lot of people view their characters as disposable. Like, I'll just roll another one. But I want people invested in their character. But death is a real option. It's real, but it's gonna hurt a lot worse if you're invested. You know?
Charpentos is gonna kill me.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, Lisa. Lisa says it wasn't a TPK. We wrapped the campaign, and our DM wrote epilogues for each one of us. Okay. Gray, from the way Gray was saying, I thought it was a TPK. I thought you all died falling down staircases.
The cricket thing has come up a lot.
And his epilogues are amazing and fun, and
That's great.
Gave us a lead into the next campaign.
So you guys are piggybacking your next campaign off of the previous campaign?
Yep.
First thing in the morning, there was a
Just
line
like
going
50
to my
years
goal
later,
to the front
or
door
30 years, 50 years later.
That's awesome. That's good because you already have a certain level of investment moving into the next campaign. Yeah. Yeah.
It's lineage. Yep.
Cap's goal is to have a kingdom by his own hand.
Not just that. Danny, Jason does this cool thing where he's got these characters, right? And they've been with him since he started. So each and every different campaign, he brings these old characters back as characters in his campaigns. My goal is to be a character in a future campaign. I won't even know, but Bronan the Barbarian will be king.
King Bronan. Yeah, and that's true because like the guy that's the king of Arende right now was my friend Paul's character Victor, who fell in hard times and went through some stuff, and some of the other people I really can't give away too much, but Demortica was my friend Phil's character from 2nd edition, and he went through a lot of changes with her. She started off as a necromancer, ended up becoming a druid. So, and then the others, there's quite a few of them, and a lot of the places repeat and get brought in from campaigns. So there's characters that have been around since 84 in the campaign. Well, was one. He's dead now, but yeah. So I like to do that. One of our party became the queen. It can happen. Yes. Most definitely.
Raising a family is hard, but not if they're all very close to one another.
Yeah. Nice. Oh man.
Okay. It says D10.
I can't wait. I want to play now. We gotta end this night off with the game. I got my dice. Let's do it.
Holy shit.
What are you rolling?
Lisa would just hop on, we can play a game. Jeez.
Yeah.
Lisa and Zach, if they just came on, we could play.
Dice.
Playing
Let's go.
the character of Silver String will now be played by Danny Orange.
Oh, man.
No, not a good idea. Silver String. She's a Tabaxi bard. No, I wouldn't let Silver. Sorry, I dropped my mic. I would. Very phallic, sir. No, I wouldn't let anybody touch Silver String other than Lisa. No offense. Death is never permanent.
Cats have 9 lives.
Really died. No one ever really died. That's what he was telling me.
But we don't know how many lives Silver String has been through already. She's been doing this for a while.
What?
You know, Silver could be on her 5th or 6th life. You don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, why not? She's a cat with 9 lives. She's a Tabaxi, so she's been traveling around for a while. Cat. You picked the wrong character. You didn't see that in the.
4 lives. Dragonborn, you ain't got 1 life, bro.
Just 1. Dragonborns have 1 life.
I have 2 because I'm a drow.
Yeah, she's got. Yeah, Zestra's got 2 lives. Yeah. Yeah.
This whole time, I thought you guys were just like telling jokes.
Are you complaining? Because give him half a life now.
No, that's not.
I'll take half a life, Cap.
I
No.
just thought it was a joke.
No, it's not a joke. Seriously. No, Tabaxis have 9 lives. They're cat people. Yeah. The drows have 2 lives. Tieflings have 3 because 3 is the number. Like you go 3 and it's like 666, so 3 twice. So Tieflings have 3 lives.
Yeah, it follows.
It tracks, right? It tracks.
I was wondering why this joke kept going. It wasn't that funny. So I didn't want to say. I didn't want to be rude.
I don't be rude, but your jokes aren't funny, so they got to be true. Yeah. It was on player. It's on page 380 of the player handbook, I think. Yeah. Check it, Cap. We'll be here waiting.
He's coming back to meddle
Right
in
under
our
the section that
affairs.
talks about your
And
fathers.
somehow
And talks about how Danger Sense works.
can we see a contract? Can we see a copy of
Cap, just go to the danger room.
Yeah.
Same thing as Spider Sense.
Danger Sense. It's not the same thing as Spider Sense. Walk into a cat. You know what? You know what's kind of amusing because
Look, Lisa just put me in on who you guys truly are.
Well, our jokes aren't funny, Cat.
Yeah, it's not funny. So what does it matter?
I don't appreciate that. My girlfriend's here watching. You'll do these things.
You're over here joking me. My window's on a window. My girlfriend's on a window ledge, and you're out here joking me. It's not funny. Hey, Cap, use Danger Sense to see if she's okay.
She's fine.
She's fine.
Just use my danger sense.
It looks precarious.
It does look precarious. It looks dangerous too. Oh my goodness.
And it's not your fault.
Lisa says we're terrible.
Looking down at the street level, I think she's checking out another dude anyway, bro.
And she
She
thinks
hasn't even looked at you once.
Not once. She hasn't.
Got a little ledge, bro.
She hasn't.
Yeah, looking down at the man that's gonna catch her and carry her away.
Corbin Dallas.
Multi-pass.
Got some things to say about Corbin. Is he here right now?
No, he's on the street.
See Corbin Dallas.
I will be right back, guys. I just gotta go walk my dog real quick.
Don't you threaten me.
Oh man.
All right.
I can't believe you.
Your silence is deafening. Neat.
I trusted you guys.
Don't do
My
that.
silence offends people.
Good at talking to you face to face, bud.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that. So Neat has put up his character for the campaign. Who's streaming now?
Just too many people.
Oh no, like, just too many. Is it what, like midnight?
Yeah, no, I just
Ugh.
I got like 3 or 4 of them on mine.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
One just popped up as we're saying it on Twitch.
Who's streaming on Twitch?
Bananas.
We're on Fun
And I got another one. What do you say? No, it's old. Yeah,
I probably got about another 20 minutes left in me, and then we're gonna call it because I got to get up for work in the morning. So,
It feels good.
yeah.
It feels so free.
So is there anything we want to do? Do you? Do we want to go back with the map and explore some areas of
The target must succeed on a charisma saving
Icewind Dale before we head out? Take a look at that. We can. What's that? You want to go back and do that?
Yeah.
Cause I'm totally lost here. So let's see. All right, let's kick the music back on. We finish this thing off with a little bit of a bang. So we'll go back to the map. So anybody following along, if you're at dndcelebration2020.com, we're gonna switch back to the map view. Ooh boy! And you hear that wind swept breeze. I mean, it's yeah, no. Well, I mean, Danny's like, well, I can imagine. You know, it's kind of like
it was too much. It was too much to be going on in my ears.
No, I gotcha. No, I'm still trying to
I
like.
like how they got the snowflakes going across the screen.
You like that? It's like it's got that sense of realism to it, you know?
It does. It makes me want to conquer it, you know?
Oh man, no, you are of a single mind, Cap.
I gotta go.
Single mind.
I'm going, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Zach says, yeah, great stream, guys, but I'm headed out. Y'all were great. It's fun hanging out night. Zach, come back tomorrow. I think I'm going to start around 1 o'clock tomorrow for the second day. Not doing 11. Let's just check the stream real quick. Before we get into looking at the little bit of the map, let's just have a little bit of channel notes. Tomorrow, Lisa is heading out too. People are dropping like flies, so that's all good. It's late. It's late. We've been doing this for quite some time today. And that damn fly is still hanging around. I'm trying.
Do not hate on the fly. Or is it Rowan?
Man, Rowan is everywhere. You don't even know where Rowan is.
I know.
Man, where do you find out? Oh, man. And, like, I'm not saying anything, and it's only because, like, it's late, and I'm a tad tipsy. Dritz van Dwerden. Paul, my main man. Good to see you for the end of the stream, sir. We're getting ready to take a look at tomorrow's schedule. Then we're going to go back and take a look at the map and explore a little bit of Icewind Dale before we get out of here tonight. Dritz Stewart, otherwise known as Paul, was the player of Victor. Victor was his character.
Oh.
Yes. So, yes.
Well, Paul, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Eagerly working to topple his kingship.
Yeah. So I told Paul was a special guest on my stream a couple weeks ago, and I told him.
Currently behind you in the background.
Yes, Paul is he's the librarian. He's back there. I can't get my thing in. So that's him right there, hanging out.
I'm the only one in the crew that thinks that he might not be that bad.
You are actually, and this is.
Has been promoting him as possibly a good guy.
Yeah, but see this pose right here, the come hither finger. This was Victor. That's Victor right here. Yep.
How the hell you get him like that?
That's how he came, Cap. That's how I bought him from the model shop. Paul painted him. I think Paul painted him, and I ended up with him somehow. But all right. So anyway, tomorrow, 8 to 11 is a D&D feature game. But I'll be working 11 o'clock. Greg, you're our resident West Coast person. 11 a.m. your time is what? 1 o'clock our time, right?
2.
Okay, let's get to
2 your time.
2 my time. Okay. So I'm going to start streaming at 1:30 then. Because 1:30 will give us some time to get in, to get started. A little bit of channel stuff. See how many other subs I lost. I bet you it's at least 2. And then we're gonna get right into behind the screen DM roundtable. That's gonna be the first panel. So we're gonna start off with the panel, and then we're gonna go from there. The last one of the day is gonna be at 9:30. It's I Speak Giant. I'm probably gonna have a break in there somewhere. I like it better than trying to do like a solid 12-hour stream. I think breaking it down into like 2 5-hour chunks is probably gonna work best. But so we're gonna do that tomorrow too, and then Sunday. Same thing. We're gonna start around 1:30, and then go till probably 4. I think take a break around 4, and then pick back up to finish everything off. The last panel of the whole stream is gonna be 7 o'clock, Gray's time. 7, 8, 9 to 10 o'clock. Gonna end at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Wow, that's going a lot longer than I thought it was. But, you know. But I'm here for you, people. I'm here for you and all your D&D needs. What'd you say, buddy?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? This is not why you are here. Not really. I'm gonna need some more booze. All right, we're gonna end the night. We got about 10 more minutes. We're gonna end the night. Let's take a look at
Thank you guys for having me on.
Kerr Koenig. Is everybody? Danny, are you looking at the map?
Yeah.
Okay. Danny, why don't you do the honors? Can you read us the blurb for Kerr Koenig, please? In whatever voice you want to read it in.
All right.
Sure. Sorry to put you on the spot, bud.
Koenig. The mountain of Kelvin's Cairn looms large behind this lakeside town, which started as a camp for mountaineers. Travel to and from this remote settlement was expedited by the ferry that ran out of East Haven. But with the ferry shut down, Kerr Koenig feels more isolated than ever. Its residents are bitter and angry. They believe that the rest of the 10 towns has abandoned them.
Very good, sir. Services, 1 snowflake. Friendliness, 2 snowflakes. Comfort, 1 snowflake. Kerr Koenig, clearly a place you don't want to spend a whole lot of time in.
Place for barbarian.
It is a place for...
Get 0 snowflakes?
No, nothing's gotten a 0 snowflake. Cap, can you read for us The Lost Spire of Nithriel? Putting everybody on the spot tonight. Cap, if you're unprepared, you get an F. We're moving on.
Lost
Don't
Spire
call
of
on me. I can't read the words on my phone. It's too
All right, I won't call on you, Gray. I promise. I won't call on you.
Wizards of the bygone empire of Nithriel wielded magic that could reshape the world. They used such magic to raise their cities into the sky. The city of Yithrin was one such wonder. It crashed long ago, but fragments of the outer spires still exist, buried under the ice and snow. We're gonna go find those.
You can, and I don't want to tell you too much about if anybody knows the story of the Crystal Shard that ties into that. But we're not going to talk about it too much because if we're going to be playing in 10 towns and the Icewind Dale area, I need to leave some of that as suspense. So, Wells.
I read all the Drifts books. I know some of this stuff.
Yeah, Chardolin, like the Crystal Shard, Chardolin deposits. Yeah, so it's like this really plays off of the Crystal Shard hard. It takes place a year.
I didn't read them all. That's a lot of books.
It is a lot of books.
I read a lot of them though.
Chardolin deposits.
Yeah.
Caves of the crystalline substance known as Chardolin can still be found around 10 towns. A crystalline substance created by ancient magic more than a century ago. It is strong as metal, though considerably easier to work with than steel. It is said that those who handle Chardolin grow ambitious, paranoid, or even violent, but the material is in high demand from artisans who travel to the Dale. What's the Dale?
Icewind Dale.
Icewind Dale to the Dale.
To the Dale, brah.
Go to the Dale.
Go to the Dale, brah. It's almost like you could make a necklace out of that, you know? All right, I'm going to take the last one. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody for coming tonight. This is going to be the official last act of the second half of the stream. Dritz, the spiel has taken hold. Love you too, sir. Say hi to the family for me. I hope everything is well with you. And, oh, Paul, open invite. You want to come in studio one day in the next 2 days? You're more than welcome to. We can squeeze in together and cuddle while we look through this stuff. I'm going to do Skytown Shelter.
The goblins who dwell in Skytown Shelter are members of the Anahachna clan.
I spelled that wrong.
Locked in a bitter feud with the Goliaths of Wormdurun.
I really picked the wrong one.
They're known for their fierce competitiveness, their dislike of strangers, and their mastery of griffin taming.
I want that bird. You guys see that little bird thing?
Oh, weird. What? I missed it. That thing?
Is that a baby griffin?
It's a baby griffin. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Which one is it?
That is Skytown Shelter.
All right. Thank you.
You can't have pet griffins.
You could. I mean, under the right
Oh
circumstances.
my God, look at that little baby.
I know.
Griffin.
Isn't he so cute? I'm thinking that's not a human. I mean,
Pretty sure griffins aren't like cuddly.
look at those ice blue eyes, man.
That one
People
is.
say chickens aren't cuddly, but my chickens were.
Oh, we never got the chicken on stream today. Oh, if I get the 90 subs, I'm bringing a live chicken on stream.
Look,
I'm letting you know.
Sub so I can see this chicken.
Give me some. Add to the sub list. So far, I'm down 2.
I
Thanks to Wells.
That's my fault.
That is your fault. Pissing people off since '88. I swear to God. 91, I got. No, I know 91. I've been pissing people off since '88 or '77. I don't know.
I was about to say, like, wait a minute. That math isn't.
No, that math don't jive at all.
I was definitely 488.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody who came by today. Everybody who stopped by to watch us waste some time, to hang out, to watch some D&D stuff. Oops, I'm going all over the place here. Watch some D&D stuff, look at some panels, watch some live plays, actually talk over them, explore Icewind Dale, explore the book Rime of the Frost Maiden, talk about things to come. I want to thank my special guests, Captain Pennsylvania, Gray, Wu-Tang Wells, and for the first time ever appearing on Up Late with the Dungeon Master Special Edition, Mr. Danny Orange. Everybody, thank you so much. Yes, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without you. Say goodnight, everybody, and I'll see everybody at 1:30 in the afternoon tomorrow. And as I like to say, in the game of life, may you always roll with advantage. I'll see you guys later. Guys, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Catch you later. Danny, hit me up on the DMs. We'll talk, bud.
One of my characters is gonna have the sound part. You know the one. You don't want to go up there.
Yeah, I want to go up there, guys.
You wanna go there, buddy?
They don't want to go up there, Stotch.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
I'm not your guy, friend.
Buddy?
Hey, guy, buddy.